Hello, can you hear me, see me? All the rest of it. It's always a long second. How is everybody? Erin, yeah, Mom. I hope everybody's doing all right. So, hey Susan, hi JJ, hey Ants Universe, hi Craig, hey Tarantula Torby, hey Isopod Dreams, good to see you at the Bedford show as well. Hey Tarantula Tom, hey Dobby, hey Mark, hi Victoria. I hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm usually, if you did see me at the show on Sunday, I've usually got a lot more energy about me. But the reason we didn't do a live stream last week is still affecting me into this week. So please bear with me. Well, how are we all? I hope we're all good. Erin's backstage. Chris is going to be late.
Yeah, he's working tonight. Yes, that's good.
Thank
God it's working.
Some mature males from somewhere. Hey, Erin.
Yeah, all right, mate. You all right, mate? How you doing? Yeah, I've been doing all right.
Hey, Bastion. Ants Universe found a queen today, and nice. Looking forward to Coventry, said Craig. Craig, Coventry is going to be such an epic show. Erin, are you coming Coventry?
Oh, me go to Coventry.
Yeah, you.
I think it's too far for me, mate. It's too far.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if I've got the time.
The last time I seen you was a London show.
You know, I know. I was at London, yeah, but it's at an easier area that I can get to it because Harrow. I've been to Harrow a couple of times in the past. It is quite easier to get there. It's a bit easier. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, send my love to you, Nan. She was lovely at that show.
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah. She's all right, me Nan. Yeah, she's all right. Yeah.
The show, though, Erin, the Bedford show was awesome. Awesome.
Oh, was it awesome? Did you enjoy it? Did you all enjoy it?
Yeah, it really, like, I thought it was going to be really, really rubbish because it's before everybody's paydays. So, and the OHS has been on, I think it's like 3 shows this month. And I was thinking, might not be good. But yeah, it was really, really good. Instead of going for loads of little stuff and crabs and God knows what else that I normally go for, I went for got a breeding project on the go with those Amazonius Germani, male and female, mature male as well. Actually was mature because in the video I was a bit like coming in our room because we hadn't unpacked it, but now we've unpacked it. It is actually male.
That's right, then, mate. Yeah. I watched that one. I think I watched one of your like latest videos as well. I watched when you went to the Bedford one. Yeah, I was watching it. I wasn't on when it was premiering, but I watched the after one.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah,
Did you see the £30 mystery box from the Spider Shop?
Did I watch that one?
No. Did you see that I bought one? It is. I
only watched halfway through your video, and then my phone died, and then I carried on watching some other videos.
The only problem is when they do a show video is they're about 20-25 minutes long, and everybody just wants to watch a 5-minute video, but I want to do it like that so that I remember the whole show for myself. So I look back at, because I still look back at my old videos remembering the shows, or I might look back at last year's Coventry shows video to see what it's going to be like this year. But we bought a mystery box from the Spider Shop for 30 quid, and my God, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
That video's out. We also, on the way back, because we didn't spend a lot of money at Bedford, so on the way back, I had a conversation with somebody in Coventry, and I ended up picking up another mature male, an adult female, and another adult female on the Monday, which will be in Thursday's video as well. And that male is nice, Bastion, but you wait till you see the male that I picked up on Monday. He is absolutely stunningly beautiful.
But like I said, I can't wait for Brighton though. I really cannot wait for Brighton. Like I said, I'm looking forward to meeting people there again. You know, can't wait. I'm excited.
Hi, Harry. Brighton's an epic show, but Coventry, mate, if you can get to it. It's going to be good. But hello, everybody. Anyway, tonight is an open mic night. I'm still not 100% mentally, so we're just going to have a bit of a chilled one. But if you do want to come up and come say hello on screen, I'll put the link in the comments. If you've never done it before, you know, everybody in comments, all the subscribers will have you back. It's pretty epic. And then we'll have a look at Invert News in just 1 second. Hey, Dobby.
Hi, Dobby.
How you doing? All right.
Hello, mate. How you doing, Dobby?
All right.
Is there any chance you guys can move your phones like that way?
Hang on a minute. I had this last time with Chris.
There
I don't
we
know if my
go.
phone will do it. I don't think my phone will do it. Nah.
All right, Aaron. It's all
Yeah, my
right.
phone won't do it. It's not going to do it. It's just going to stay like that.
Hold on, let me just put up another legend.
Hi, Scott.
There's Mark. There's
Mark.
Mark. Again.
Mark,
Go, Mark.
How you doing, Mark?
check this, right? Check this for a story, Mark, right? So, I think I told you what I was picking up, actually, on the way home. But on Monday, I went to pick up the female and the male that we kind of got. Gets there, I'm chatting to my mate and all the rest of it. One of his mates comes round, right? Knows me from the hydraulic world from like a couple of years ago and all the rest of it. And we're chatting. And he says, "Oh, yeah, I watch a couple of YouTubes." He says, "Do you know that, what's his name? The big fella, Mark, does a lot of spiders. He's brilliant, he is." And I went, "Mark the Spider Guy?" He went, "Yeah." I says, "Do you ever watch Scott's Inverts?" He went, "Who's that?" I was like, "You."
Yeah, you probably did fall about it. You probably thought, what?
Honestly, the guy does not even keep spiders, yet he watches all Marks. I just thought, how wicked is that?
Mark's more famous
That's
than you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Ian.
Oh, man. No, I missed
Hi,
Bedford. I was so
Bastion.
poorly. It's unreal. So poorly.
Hey, Stu. Hey, Ben. Yeah, guys. What time you were running the live till, Scott? Ben, probably about 10-ish. I'm still, like, because we missed last week, didn't we, for obvious reasons, and I'm still not 100%. So I'll go with the energy as far as, you know, my brain kind of lets me. Hey, Chaz. Hey, all.
Hi, Chaz. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Chaz. Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
mate.
Chaz.
So yeah, that's the plan. It's a bit annoying, really, because you know, this is all come as I've literally into my second month of work, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Hey, Ian. Craig is just stuffing my food. Then I'll be back in chat. He says. You should know, Craig. You've literally got no excuse. You should be munching food before the show. Yeah, that'd be brilliant, Ben. So just while everybody is watching, we've got 27 people watching at the moment. Next week, we're doing, I can't even believe I'm saying this, a 9,000 subscriber giveaway. We have a £100 mystery box. The details of that will be released next week. We've got a £50 mystery box from Unusual Pets. We also have a £100 mystery box from Spar Spiders. Plus, I've been speaking to him this afternoon, so there might be something else with Spar for next week. It's going to be pretty epic. There's also Amy that does all the crystals and the candles and stuff like that. There's also going to be something from her. There's also going to be something from Natalie's taxidermy. I think that's going to be Pickle Pony from Coventry. There is also Tarantula Room. So Christoph over at Tarantula Room. I was chatting to him at the show, and I didn't even ask him. He just offered because he's just such a cool dude. And to Mark, Mark's channel member only giveaway. He's putting something in for that as well, which is pretty epic. He's putting something in there as well. This dude down here, Mark, he's putting a £10 voucher for whatever spider place you want to go to. So be that one in the middle of middle of the United States, we'll send it over to them and whatever it converts to. Happy days. The same with Europe, which is pretty cool. If anybody else wants to get involved and donate to it, just drop me a message, and we'll certainly go from there.
Steve Spider said he'll sort something too.
Oh, Steve, man. Everybody's just so cool. I mean, these are guys that were just that were also supporting us all. Like when, you know, I had like 400 or 500 subscribers and Mark only had like 400 or 500 subscribers. You know? It's awesome stuff, man. But yeah, that's what's happening next week. A little bit more. Sorry?
Is that on Tuesday next week?
Tuesday next week, 3rd of October.
One for the diary.
One for the
Don't
diary.
forget, Scott. I've got a channel member giveaway coming up, and there's going to be 3 winners, and each winner is going to get 6 spiders.
Oh. What else we got going on? We've got those breeding projects.
I do want to do a giveaway. I'm going to try one day do a giveaway.
Or Atlas Moth. So if you follow my TikTok and follow my shorts, you would have seen the Atlas, one of our Atlas Moths, a female, flapping her wings and all the rest of it. Wow. The male, unfortunately, all his wings were all skew-whiff and stuff like that. So what we did was we positioned him next to her. So he climbed on her and we just turned the lights off and just kept our fingers crossed. We've now got about 60 eggs.
Wow.
Tara says, right, so, you know, forgive me if I'm wrong, because some inverts, if Tara's into them, I'll let her go with it and I won't bother as much. I'll still watch them and still, like, you know, over her shoulder go, they're nice. But the Atlas Moth is one of her things. So she's done a little bit of research and I said to her, look, you know, they can drop eggs that are unfertile. And she says, yeah, that's correct. She says they've got no mouth parts because they eat them all with the food. She come out with all these other facts that we kind of already knew, but pretended they were new at the time, you know what I mean? And she says, but hey, Steve W., but she said if they've got a pink line on them or a pink dot, that indicates that they're like 90% chance of them being fertile.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, right.
So Tara's like, where are we going to get a ton of privet from? I'm like, everybody's from gardens. So if you live in Coventry and you've got a privet bush and, you know, in the next couple of days it's missing, I do apologise, but it inverts first. Ben says, Scott, before me and Katie hop on, we will have a look if we have anything for the giveaway. If it's not too late. Of course it's not too late, Ben. I haven't actually asked people as such. What happened was a friend of Christoph lives in Coventry, so Christoph goes an hour out of his way and picks up John and then drops him off the way back for the invert show. So Mark was like, well, we're going back to Coventry, jump in with us. And then me and Mark were both like, well, you know, you don't have to sort fuel, but, you know, a couple of prizes for giveaways. And Christoph literally just went, okay, didn't he? He couldn't have been more happier. He was just like, yeah. But at the shows, if you ever go to the tarantula room and you see Christoph, just go chat to him. If you're stuck on a breeding project and you're thinking, how can I do this? You know, are these temperatures correct? Is the humidity correct? He will tell you precisely without holding any secrets back. Very much the same as Luke does from Spar Spiders as well. Hey, Steve Frost. On this channel.
Steve Frost.
Of music. Oh, Chaz is doing reviews of musicals. Nice. Hi, Mark. Didn't think you'd be in the live tonight. I presume you'd be knitting my t-shirt, says Steve W. Oh, my word. If you know, you'll know. Yeah, so my friend in Coventry's doing a bit of breeding, and he was like, Scott, what are you doing? And the same with Luke. He said the same thing. So recently we've paired up the C. elegans. We've got the Amazonius Germani to do next now. I think the male will be going off to Sidex after that, and then possibly to somebody else if it all works out okay, you know. you can say these things, and then you put the male in, and the female goes, "Bob, thank you very much." And if that happens, it happens. Will I still love her? Of course. She's absolutely stunning.
That pairing video that you tried. I mean, it was unsuccessful, wasn't it? But it was good
towards the end of that video, if everybody watched right to the end, those weren't my spiders. They were my friend's spiders. Right. He's quite private. He hasn't normally got all that whiteboarding around them. So he said, look, if you want to film it, that's fine. Do not mention me or anything like that, but we will. So that's exactly what we did. And he was really disappointed in the fact that it didn't pair. And I went, why are you so disappointed? And he went, because you filmed them and you wanted to do the video. And I went, mate, I said, sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. I said, but I've never seen an attempted pairing where the female hasn't munched the male. And I went, and this is all part and parcel of it. Dave will show you the longer kind of events where the male's messing around for ages and then he puts him back in, but he's only one of the handful of channels that I know which will show actually, pairing isn't, you put the male in 5 minutes later he's going for it and it's all happy days, because that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to put the male in, and it's very much like us humans. When you meet the wife or your partner, you have to put a lot of work in before things happen. And it's the same with the spiders a lot of the time. He has to go in, he has to go chat her up, and then she says, "Oh, maybe," and then she says no, and then he has to go back in and do it all again.
But yeah, it's good to see that somebody's actually posted a video. It's unsuccessful. Because normally you see it. All right.
What happened with the gravid carabiner versicola, Scott? Harry, she molted. Ailing, what basically happened was Rad bought a load of carabiner versicolas from Poland, and they got told that they'd been paired, so he guessed at which ones were paired, and mine molted not long after the show, so very disappointed. But Tim Baxter did the same thing, and he had the babies. So it could have been temperatures, could have been set up. She might have just been so stressed from coming from Poland to Northern Ireland and then to Coventry. She was like, "I'm not having my babies here, mate." Hey, my pattern of arthropods, missed you at the show, dude. I thought you might be there. Really did. I thought he might turn up.
Yeah, I missed it. But, I mean, I had my tickets and everything. I had everything ready. I filled the car up, all ready. And I was just battling the night before.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah, post it will be at like 80% chance. Exactly, Bastian. Plus the temperature changes as it goes through the air and through the airports. It's going to upset the spider, I think. But some of them did have the babies. It's just always, unfortunate. But we took the risk. It was unfortunately a lot of money, but she's just molted, so not long molted, let's say. So we've got a little while yet before she molts again. So if I can find another male, and I've got the cash for the male at the time, he'll be going in with her, and who knows?
I finished that gold actually come out today. After she went down 6th of October for a molt. Came out today. Yeah. 26. Yeah, 20 days she was in there for.
Everybody, I always over the last all the years I've been keeping spiders. I suppose Mark's the same as well. It's always like I haven't seen a spider for so many months. They went down for a molt. How do you know it's in molt? Because it was in pre-molt. Okay, so there's so many other questions that you've got to ask before that as well. Because if it's a wild caught species, they look a little bit shabbier to what the captive bred ones do generally. So. Hey, Leah. So is it looking for a molt, or is it literally going, I'm wild caught, this isn't my environment, I'm going down to hide? And these spiders can go and hide for months and months and months without needing food. And then the next thing people usually say is, yeah, but it's webbed up its burrow. It's like, well, yeah, of course it will. Of course it will web up its burrow. It's webbed up its burrow just as much as you shut your front door. And you shut your front door to keep the temperatures up, keep your humidity up, and more importantly, to keep predators and everything else on the other side of the door. And you have a doorbell. So the spider hasn't got a doorbell, it's got webbing, and it puts that webbing out. So if a predator does come near, if she or he is sitting right down its burrow, that spider can literally go, that's a bird. Or if it's a roach, they can go, oh, that's food. And they're either going to come flying out, or they're going to sit there and go, well, actually, my bum's still massive. I'm not hungry. But they can literally go down into those burrows for such a long time, and they can go without food for 12 months plus.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, same with Davis Pentaloris went down like 6.
Is this Unusual Pets? Is that Leah? Has she changed her name?
Leah.
No, it's a different Leah.
Oh, okay. Is she coming up tonight? Is Terry and her coming up tonight, or are they not?
I've no
I don't know.
idea.
They had, I think they had probably one of the best shows they've ever had on Sunday. So they're probably ordering and probably searching the internet for new stock. I would have thought. I know Terry did really, really well with his jumpers, and I know for a fact that he's got a mature male from the show, so she might possibly, if he's selling all right, be pairing. I don't know, but we'll see. They might come on.
I got a mature male.
Hey, Jezza, what is it called? Mark the Spider Guy.
No, I got a mature male Balfouri.
Because I can torment them. I want to torment Leah. I want to torment Terry in a way. I want to torment them.
Hey, Jeremy.
We got the adult. Oh yeah, you got that mature male. Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Mature male, what?
There's more than two layers in the hobby that I know of, Steve, that put out content. Jeremy, is it true that the Atlas moth, the eggs have a pink dot or a pink line on them if they're fertile, and not if they don't? I was talking to Jezza about them the other day, actually, and he literally said Bart Coppins. If you're into moths, Bart Coppins is a guy you want to be following. Bart's actually paired them by hand pairing, so you hold the moths. So I was going to watch his videos, and then she dropped a load of eggs out, and I was like, oh, maybe we're good.
That's one thing I've never thought about being into, moths and things like that.
Bastion, sorry.
I never thought about moths.
Cheers, Jeremy. He thinks they're the same whether fertile or not. Bastion says, shouldn't be wild caught when so available in the hobby. But yeah, true. Big females prepared from Poland, 50-50. But you say this, Bastion, but John, who came back in the car with Mark and myself and Alan, he will himself, his dad was a very big breeder of the Goliath bird eaters. So like the Theropods, the Blondie and the Apophysis and the Sturmey, back when they first come into the hobby. John hasn't dealt with these for 7 or 8 years. And he said the adult females that he sees now are 3/4 the size of the original ones. So they're losing size. Dave's mentioned this. Christoph mentioned this as well. Spiders in the wild can be a little bit bigger. So obviously when we're getting them into the hobby, something's happening to make those guys slightly smaller, and it could be like the great grandkids of the very first ones that come into the hobby start that process of becoming that tiny little bit smaller. But you do see it in fish as well. You do see it in fish a lot. So like Malawi, when they're line bred a lot, they will become a lot smaller, and the colours don't pop nowhere near as much as what the poor wild caught ones do from Lake Malawi. So the same kind of things happening with spiders, but because Malawi reproduce and they come and go a lot quicker, spiders can take 10, 20 years. We've got to kind of almost wait another 10 years before we see a decrease in a new species of size. Steve says, I've been watching shrimp breeding videos all afternoon whilst feeding and cleaning out the reptiles. I want to set up the shrimp tanks. Steve, Graham from Backmar Breedings has got the most beautiful shrimp tank. Drop him a message. With shrimp, you don't even need to filter any tank, because you live plant it. You live plant the tank out, and the feeders are just amazing.
Yeah. I always got dreams.
Stu, smaller prey items could be the thing because, again, dubia, just your average standard dubia, you can buy them from one place and you buy them from somewhere else and they're smaller, yet they're still adults. And we're always on about mixing genes in with your dubia, new DNA all the time to keep that colony going and all the rest of it. I'm wondering if you don't mix that new DNA in, that's when we start seeing smaller dubia. But it'd be a hell of a project if somebody does it, you know what I mean, over the next 20, 30 years. Is that Elia? Is that? I hope I've pronounced that wrong. I apologise if I haven't. Hey, thanks for in. We're having a bit of a chilled one tonight. Next week is going to be the 9K giveaway one. Hi, Amy. But yeah, so who knows? Maybe C. elegans are like this big and wild.
It does make you think, though, doesn't it? I mean, when you was on the back road a minute ago, I was on live with Chris the other night. Like, Chris has got thousands.
Yeah, but Chris, if you get something that works and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, happy days. And Chris will tell you himself, you know, he's not long got home from going somewhere, so he will be coming on in a bit. But he'll tell you himself, you know, his dubia colonies, he doesn't touch. Whereas no matter who you are, normally we all get a dubia colony. We go, yeah, we're not touching any of those dubias for 6 months. We're going to get them going and everything. And then we've got big fat agent. We've got the camera out for TikTok or wherever, and it's like, yeah, I'll get one of those males out, or I'll feed her a big fat female, and before you know what's going on, you've fed like 10 or 20 of them off. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's human nature. You can't leave things alone.
Basically, as Alias.
Alias.
I hope I've said that right, but without the S at the end.
I was right, mate.
Oh, Ali, hello.
Hey,
Billy Ghost. My two favourite people, Mark and Scott. How's it going? Hope all is well. Hey, Jason. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
I feel offended.
Good, Jason. How you doing, mate?
Dobby's Tarantula reviews. You go check it.
Jason,
give him a follow. Make him feel loved. Close enough.
Am I not your favourite person, Jason? You forgot me. You forgot me. But yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Just got a much better look. I mean,
yeah.
I know you don't mind talking about like it, but do you know how we got Leo with autism?
Oh, Leo. Which Leo's got autism?
Leo, my son.
Oh, your son's autistic. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Our other one might be as well. So we're gonna have two.
Oh, so two might be autistic.
Two absolute geniuses.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, there's natural selection in the wild. The biggest and strong survive to reproduce in cat. Did you hear that then? That little tap in. That's the female one. That's not a good sign because that means she is throwing hormones everywhere to try and attract a mate. So those eggs might not be fertile. To reproduce in captivity, more survive, which wouldn't in the wild. That is true. So natural selection at home isn't happening, is what Des is saying. So effectively, all the smaller ones are surviving. We're buying them, growing them up, and then breeding them with each other. That is probably the reason why we're actually getting smaller ones in the hobby.
Yeah, make more sense, doesn't it?
Ask away. I'll see you at Brighton, Jason. I'll see you at Brighton, and yeah, like I said, if you see me there, come over to me, have a chat, we'll have a talk, we'll have a good old chat.
If you recognise anybody, even if some of the lads or the girls and stuff are going from off Facebook, just go say hello because this community is flipping awesome.
Of course it is. We're a community. We're a community. Oh, he's the one and only Jeremy. I do like Jeremy. I don't know what it is about him, but I do like him.
So if you don't know who Jeremy Wildworld is, Jeremy will soon be one of the biggest true. Hey, Wolfie! Jeremy is massively into his true spiders, and on this channel we refer to true spiders as being any spider that's not a tarantula. So that's what Jeremy's into, and Jeremy's breeding and breeding and breeding them. What he means by communally raising is he gets the egg sac, opens it or lets the female open it or whatever, but then leaves all the slings together like they would in the wild, and they feed off each other. So the biggest and the strongest do then survive. It's a better way to breed spider babies. Hey, bedroom breeder. Bedroom breeder at the charity table. See that, Mark? The charity table at the Bedford show. So he had his own stuff for sale, and then the charity table was like slings and stuff. I think him and Mary bred them. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, dude, please. And all the proceeds from that, there's also a charity box so you could just put money in. Went to Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's he got my granddad. So I didn't buy anything. I just dropped money in the box. So if you do see the bedroom breeder and he's got that charity table, or him and his wife have got that charity table, and you got some change in your pocket at the end of the show, just drop it in there. Absolutely awesome stuff. Elia says, all right, I'll just keep trying to feed it once per week or something then until it takes a prep year. Raised 160 quid. Oh, they're all bred by bedroom breeder. Smashed it, dude.
Not Amy.
Yeah. Good night, Amy. Take care.
Night, Amy. Yeah, Alia, do exactly what Bastion says. But what we do is, if the scorpion's not eating the food, they have like what they're not taste buds, but it's the only way we can describe them. So they have sensory organs on the insides of their claws. They're not exactly taste buds, but that's, like I said, that's the only way you can kind of describe them. So if you get a cricket leg, or if you try a maggot from the fishing tackle shop, hold it with the tip of the tongs and run it across, you'll see some like little bumps on the inside of the claw. Just rub it ever so gently on there, and sometimes they clamp down on it and they start feeding. They are scorpions can be very lazy. A bit like me. Oh, Craig's been a channel member for 10 months. Seems like a life. Craig, it just doesn't seem like it's been 10 months.
He says on there.
It doesn't seem like it's been 10 months since we first started getting channel members and stuff like that, but it's been a long time. But yeah, if you become a channel member, you get 15% off at Spar Spiders as well. Alia, all right, thanks for the feedback. How often do they generally shed, and is that something I should be worried about, or will it be able to handle that all by itself? I didn't see what species it was, Alia, so let me know what species it is, as well as... Bastion's been a channel member for 13 months. Bastion, man, he's in the Scots Inverts Facebook group chat. He's off his head. Bastion's off his head. And he'd be laughing at me for saying that as well. He is. He's awesome, dude. Isopod dreams. I would normally give it to someone who wanted it the most because, of course, I respect the rules. I missed that. Asian Forest. Yeah, so as long as it's got enough room to burrow and you keep that substrate damp, the scorpion will inevitably molt. The thing with scorpions is you'll be thinking, especially if it's a scorpion, you'll be thinking, has it got bigger or is it just me? It looks a tiny bit bigger, but has it molted or not? Because I can't see one. 9 times out of 10, that scorpion will actually eat the molt to retake up that calcium and all the minerals and everything else that's in that exoskeleton. So a lot of the times you're going to be there going, is it bigger? Is it not? And what's happened is it's actually molted, and it's actually ate that molt. I think out of all the scorpions I've kept over the time that I've been doing spiders and all the rest of it, I've seen one full molt, and that's been it. You know. But the Asian forest, as long as you keep that substrate damp, they're pretty much bulletproof.
Know nothing about scorpions.
Can you hear the tapping?
Yeah.
Yep. Mark's gone.
Mark. Where's Mark gone? Wolf Goddess has been a channel member for a year. Has it been that long? Poor you lot, especially poor Craig. And yeah, that would make sense then. And yeah, I'm trying to keep it damp and humid enough. Biggest issue is temperatures, having trouble keeping that up properly. My advice to that is get a bigger collection, get enough to put in a room, and then you've got to heat up the whole room with an oil-fed radiator, which is on a thermostat, and you turn it on, and you've never got to worry about it again.
Yeah, there is that.
Unless your name's Scott, it breaks down on a live stream, and then you start panicking, then yeah.
Yeah, somebody else says if you get a cupboard or a cabinet and you put them in a cabinet, you can keep the heat in a lot better.
If you put them in a cabinet, you still need to get that airflow going.
Right, yeah.
So,
hi, Autobots.
So, like computer fans, or if you make holes in the bottom and holes at the top at the back, so you get that airflow going through, and you can get a heat cable, which is what I used originally to heat all the racking. And the heat cables are like 20, 40, 50 watt. You plug them in and you just put it like this across the back of your cabinet.
Yeah.
But don't be expecting like temperatures of 28 degrees in there. Expect it to be around 20, 21, because they're not brilliant at heating, but they will get you through the winter. Tarantula Torbay, do I just continue to try feeding until she takes it? Asked a few other people who said pull it, but the female is mega skinny, won't feed. Sorry, Tarantula Torbay, I missed what you. Oh, I've had a GBB drop a phantom egg sac yesterday. Yeah, I've tend to take mine out. Mark, do you get it as well?
What's that?
Have you had phantom egg sacs?
Yeah.
What do you do with them?
Take them out.
Yeah. Phantom egg sacs. The reason I do it is because in my mind, you know, if it's a phantom egg sac and there's nothing in there, you could be, happy days. Everything's fine. But hey, Dakota, not seen you for a while. How's it going, dude? But if it's a phantom egg sac with eggs in, they're never going to develop, and there's a high chance that they're going to go mouldy inside that egg sac and then attract bacteria and nasties that could then affect your tarantula. So pull it out, feed the female, and just keep going. It's going great, Dakota. Wicked. My scorpions are in the bedroom, says Harry. I keep my reptiles in there too. I pulled it when I got home, but now she's mega skinny and won't eat. Do I just keep trying until she does? Yes. Just give her a couple of days and then try again. She's going to be annoyed with you at the moment because you've pulled the egg sac. So she needs time to settle down to a point where she's okay, realises the egg sac's not there no more, is happy with you again and her setup, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll start eating again. Steve says to eat my inverts, I bought a lot of reptiles and set up a reptile room. Now I've got free heating for my inverts. Elliot, I've got an average of maybe 24 Celsius where the scorpion is, but winter's coming. Yeah. So I feel I might need to get it warmer for that. Oh no, Wolf Goddess lost the species bright. Message Luke. No. He might have another one. You never know.
Yeah, I've had a bit of bad news, didn't I? Because my goatee died, didn't it? I lost my goatee at such a youngish age, like juvenile stage. I lost my goatee. Died.
Yeah, but the first thing we do as a keeper is go, oh, it's died. It's my fault. I did something wrong. And 99 times out of 100, the keeper's done everything correct and it's passed away. But I've said it before, and Mark said it before, and we'll keep saying it and saying it and saying it again and again and again. You don't know your tarantula's ill until it's dead half the time. Unless it's got DKS or it's dehydrated, you can't tell.
Yeah.
So you wake up one morning and it's passed away. Maybe if it had warning signs and we could do a lot more research into it, then things could be done possibly about it, you know. But
It is true though, because they put you off guard, don't they? They do kind of put you off guard. They make you feel like, oh yeah, they're fine, and then they just die.
You can't take your spider down to the vets and say it's not walking correctly, can you? Aren't we? Because the vet's going to go. Is it? When's the last time you took it for a walk? Has it had all its injections? Is it microchipped? You know? Oh, it's an XL bully. I'm not coming anywhere near it.
And we found our fasciata yesterday, Scott.
Oh, no way. Hey, Greg. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Greg.
Greg's here. You must have finished eating.
You can bash it. It's a race to find out what's going on with the spider. If it's something like DKS, you just go for immediate, substrate, enclosure, everything. You need to change everything because something in there could be a toxin in there that's affecting it. Could be something else. And again, got a fly going near the camera. Have we all got flies, by the way? Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I'm infested with flies as well. They are annoying little buggers.
Everybody's like, no, I've got no flies. There ain't none in my room. But you keep spiders and half of them are damp. You must have flies. No, I ain't got no flies.
Oh, I've got 3 fly trapping plants in my windowsill as well. I hate flies.
My wife used to hate them. Now she's just like, that's it.
I've got a story to take with guys. It's a little bit disgusting.
Praying mantis, but I've also had 5 molts this week. Awesome. Tarantula guy, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Had a G pork molted fine, ate a few days later, then died. Yeah, it certainly does happen. Dakota, the question for everyone on the panel and chat: what do you recommend as a starter species?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, for a starter spider, one that's going to be out all the time and all the rest of it, go for either a curly hair, but remember, curly hairs are for life, not just for beginners, and then or a Palmer.
Yeah.
Like Calcodes, which I always say wrong, or Shakalades, however you want to say it. A desert blonde.
You've got
Philip.
Juvenile.
If you ask me, hey Philip, I think everybody should have a curly hair.
Yeah.
You say that, right?
One thing quick, guys. Yeah, one thing quick. Yeah. I come in my room one night. Yeah, I could smell this very bad smell. It stinked so badly. I went behind my wardrobe here. One of my cats went to have a poo behind the thing, and there were maggots coming out of it. Maggots.
Oh, all right. We want to know more about that, Aaron. We'll just say and then move on. Bastian and Craig have both said GBB for a starter tarantula. That's a good idea. Their bite is like a bee sting. So for somebody that's new to the hobby, 9 times out of 10, including myself, when you get a spider and you're literally brand new to the hobby, the first thing you want to do is pick it up. The first spider I had was an LP, and that's exactly what I did with it until I knew better. So going and picking up a GBB for somebody that's just in the hobby might not be a good idea. I know what you're going to think, but it's only a bee sting. But when something injects you with venom and it hurts, the first thing you do is go, yeah. And that spider goes across the room.
Yeah, you're right. I think you've got to get juvenile, ain't you? So because it's so slow growing.
Yeah. The weird thing is, I couldn't even smell it.
Greg said, if you're going to go with a juvenile of any spider that you have researched, it's more about research and knowing what your spider needs rather than a starter tarantula. Sound advice. Yeah, Greg always comes in with a sound advice, I tell you. I think the reason he said juvenile is there's a couple of reasons. 1, you can see that spider. 2, it's not going to kill the bank. And, some of the larger species, some of the larger adults, can cost an absolute fortune. So if you go for a juvenile, you can save yourself a bit of money. But then the other thing is slings can be very fragile and be very difficult to even get through a molt, let alone get to juvenile stage. When the juvenile, they're a little bit more robust, a little bit of a stronger spider. They've gone through that natural selection process, if you like. So as a beginner, yeah, definitely a juvenile. Alia says, I'm far too shaky to be able to have a spider, so I can't help much there. But Oh, I'm going to disagree with that because as soon as you've rehoused it and it's in its enclosure, it's there for life. And then all you need to do really is open the door a little bit, throw some food in, close the door, job done. Or spray it down once a week, do the watering. A lot of the spiders like to hide and all the rest of it. I don't like to see comments like that because you're almost excluding yourself from keeping spiders. So I'm going to think my hardest now to try and include you.
Yeah, it's like
Ellie, seen the champion mark, says Bastian.
It's all about research. I always say, do your homework. I sound like a broken record, but I always do your homework. And that way, there's no surprises then. You know what you think.
Everybody says Google and read. I say Google, yeah, read, yeah. Also watch videos. Because there's people like myself, there's people like Mark, yourself, Dobby, Dave, that have kept spiders, and we've noticed different things. And then we spoke to all the keepers. They've gone, oh, well, actually, yeah, you're right. For instance, Psamopaeus hernia. Oh, they're an arboreal species. You tell mine that. You know, mine's arboreal, terrestrial, and fossorial. Mine will dig down. It will climb up high. It's a go anywhere spider. So we've got to recreate that in the home as well. My female went and burrowed to drop the egg sac and have the eggs and everything. Greg says exactly what I was thinking, Scott. No health issue or disability should stop you having a spider or animal. It's all about adopting and asking for advice and help. Never be afraid to ask for help. Exactly what Greg says, Alia. Definitely. Tarantula Guy, thank you so much, dude. He's just gifted out a channel membership, and that has gone to Spider Steve. Thank you, Tarantula. Thank you, Daryl. Congratulations, Spider Steve. If you get in contact with Spar Spiders, you'll now get 15% off at Spar Spiders for as long as you've got that channel membership. Paul says, hi Scott, any advice? My adult male GBB has been webbing up about his tank for about 4 days. Found him dead. I can't give advice on a dead spider. If it was a mature male, he might have literally just come to the end of his life. Bedroom breeder, Tom's Big Spider is quite possibly the best for advice on species. Lots of good vids. No reason for poor keeping. There's that much info out there. That's true. Earlier, I'll ask the people that at the next gathering thing I visit and see if they have anything they can suggest for a beginner like me. Earlier, are you in the UK? If so, are you coming to the Coventry show? If you are, come find me and Mark and we'll give you a helping hand. And we'll certainly get you into the spider hobby. If you can't find us, find Greg. One of us will definitely give you a hand. If you're in the UK and come on Cov Show. Mark the Spider Guy has been a channel member for 27 months.
7 months. Ah.
Wow. Wow. It can't have been. It cannot be over 2 years. It's been over 2 years. That's crazy. It just blew my mind. Alia says, "Oh, it was Mark as in a name and not Mark as in a marking." That makes sense. I'll be sure to go look up some. Oh, I live in ice-covered Sweden, sadly. That's all right because Cracks lives over that way, don't she? Don't she live in Sweden?
Yeah.
So we can still get your support in your homeland. If not, just PM one of us. Just drop us a message. If you get a curly hair in the setup, I'll quite happily have a video call with you so we can set it up and all the rest of it. And sometimes that helps. Isopod Dream. It's green bottle, blue bottle. Shame Elia says, Greg, but you will find people to help you, and we are always available online.
Yeah.
You've had to put up with Scott for a whole 27 months. Wolfie, if you're coming to the Coventry show, I'm going to kick your ass. A lot. even before she was a channel member, she gave me grief. Alia plans to do a lot of visiting the island in the future, so I might try time with something over there. Alia, if you come over to the UK for one of the shows, let me or Mark know, or Dobby, and we'll bring a curly hair setup with us so you can see how easy it is.
My curly hair is 10 months old and it's still bored now. 10 months old.
Yeah.
I know I've got an adult female, haven't I? Yeah, I've got an adult female curly hair. I only got one adult female.
Bugnut had a couple of mature males for sale at £10 each on the stand on Sunday.
Yeah. I was putting them in. I can't believe it. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, Alia. Wolfie always gives me abuse. Craig, you get abuse from all of us.
I was a bit gutted that I did lose because I did lose some of my Balfouries in the commute, didn't I? I lost 3 of them, and now I've only got 3 left. Because I think it's very hard to keep count sometimes. I did have a fair lot, but a few of them did die when they molted. When they molted out, they just died. After when they molted, they just died. That was a bit weird.
In the communal.
Yeah, the communal ones. The communal ones I've got.
I've got a theory about that, but I really need to look into it. And it's like when a tarantula molts, it needs time to dry out, and if it's got other spiders climbing on it, the pores could possibly damage skin. Greg says, "BH, I am in the UK and just a hobbyist that has scorpions and tarantulas. Not just a hobbyist. Greg's fucking awesome. Such a nice bloke, knowledgeable."
Yeah, I don't know a lot about scorpions because it's not been my thing. Scorpions, centipedes, and millipedes.
What have you got against scorpions and centipedes? Don't tell me you're another Mark Spider guy. I don't like centipedes.
I don't like centipedes. No, they freak me out.
Centipedes are awesome. They're awesome, centipedes are. I love them. I love them as well. Well, like I said, I've got one. I've got one already.
There you go. I don't like centipedes or millipedes.
Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. It's more thanks to you lot for watching videos, liking them and pushing them out than anything. Centipede's the best, man, says Bastion. Don't come around here, haha. We need to keep telling Mark that he needs one. I want to try and get him convinced into getting one. By the end of 2024, hashtag Mark Spider Guy gets a centipede.
No. So even Tash can't do centipedes.
Oh, what?
Freak out. Really?
Always put dreams. I will be at a show sometime next year, but we'll have a busy next few months. So I'll see you next year, but I'll try to pop up on streams. That'd be wicked. Maybe join one. Join one of the streams. Come on, stream with us.
You know what I'm doing on this game? I'm trolling someone. Yeah, somebody on this game. He's playing. He's playing as Jason. Yeah, Jason Voorhees. Yeah.
You can't just say, "Guess what I'm doing on this game." What game are you playing?
Friday the 13th. It's that scary. Yeah, I love the films. It's a game.
Oh yeah.
They've actually got the game out for it. It's quite a good game. I like it, but there is a lot of good trolling in it.
Not Rachel.
Yeah, this game has been made for trolling. Really has.
Really very quiet. Hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. I'll try and hold on. Let me have a look. Edit mic settings.
I don't get too loud.
I can remember this one time I was playing on this game.
What about now?
As I was playing on this game, yeah, guys, yeah. As I was playing on it, yeah. I was getting so mad and upset because somebody kept jumping in the house, jumping back at the house, jumping in the house. I was trying to grab him, and he kept. I don't know. He must have been using some kind of like glitch or some kind of hack. But it was annoying. It annoyed me so much. It is a bit annoying though.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
Amy says
I do not like it when people troll me. I get a bit upset with that. I really do.
It was disgusting.
Show.
Cheers for that.
Was that one from Jeremy?
Yeah, bloody horrible things.
Yeah, I got one as well. They're awesome, absolutely awesome. Anyone here go to the AES show this weekend? Jeremy, I can't afford 2 shows in 1 month. My God.
Wow.
I don't. And I'd rather go to the invert one, to be fair, if I've got to pick.
Run. He's coming. Coming to get me. Oh, no, I'm dead.
Lee from the Spider Shop cracks me up. He says he always worries about every single show. Like, has he sold enough tickets? Are people going to like it? And all the rest of it. And it's like, what do you worry about? He says, I don't know. Just anxiety. Hey, Sophie. But
By yourself.
Did you see in the video? Got Lee on camera smiling. What he normally does is just looks the other way because he don't like coming on camera at all. He did the live stream, and now it's 9 o'clock. We do swear, we do have adult conversation, and I am going to swear in the next 10 seconds. What he said when I had a live stream with the Tarantula Collective, once Richard left, Lee come in as well as, and we were chatting about the shows, and Lee went afterwards. I seen him at a show, and he went, "I'm glad I did it. Won't do another fucking one," and that was it. That was it. That's Lee. Off he goes.
How are you, Soph?
Say
Bastian calls me a wanker, and the Wolfgedder says moist. They kind of go hand in hand, if you get me.
But the other thing on this game, right? Yeah, what they do.
Aaron,
they
Dobby,
wait.
Hold on, Aaron.
Yeah, go on.
Could everybody just give Abigail a massive shout?
Where Abigail?
Right.
Glad the summer holidays is over. Oh my God, tell me about it. Bellend. No, keep it to the hashtag WAnker. Prefer that. Dark Den says, "I keep Vietnam, Giant Centipede, Scolopendra Dahani. They are awesome. They are absolutely awesome.
You need some of these."
Oh God, it's in. I think it's in. It's there. And
yeah.
That's an adult, sub-adult female fasciata in there. So if I get bit live on stream, Dobby, I'm blaming you and you only.
Oh yeah, cheers mate. Blame me.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I was saying quick about the thing, yeah. At the last moment, when you're about to win the game, they heal themselves very quickly, yeah, and then they just escape and they win the game. That's the annoying part. I hate that part when they troll you so badly and everything. They think it's funny.
Look, that way. Somebody brought me.
Hey Claire, Arona. If you have to stickers, Claire is your woman. Arona Emporium.
Claire.
Is it .com? The new one's coming out. The autumn sticker collection.
They're out.
If you want everybody's stickers, instead of keep messaging every single YouTuber going, if you want all the good ones, Claire has a pack, and you can get them through her website. If one of the moderators could put a link to Claire's website into the chat, that would be absolutely awesome. There's one pack for the summer. I did a video on that. Check out the videos; it's awesome. And there's another one coming out for the autumn as well. But it's just wicked because you get everybody's stickers. Spar Spiders is in there, and a couple of the other sellers, and then you get stickers, and it's like, oh, who's that? And then you go on YouTube and you discover new creators as well, which is even better.
Yeah, amazing.
Hi, Aaron.
Yeah.
I think
did Steve from Translotastics, he done a Friday the 13th enclosure, didn't he? In one of his videos, didn't he?
Steve Thornton?
Yeah, Steve Thornton. Yeah, he done one, didn't he? Friday the 13th, yeah.
he mainly does horror. He's only done a couple that like the Goonies that aren't horror. My Stranger Things one, which Steve W won and then gave to me, which is back here. Literally, that one there, that was done by Steve Thornton.
Oh, that's all right.
If you can see a big white thing in the reflection, that's what the moth's in.
So he only does like horrors. Is that all Steve does? He only does like horrors. Just based on horror movies.
I think a lot of us in the hobby love horror.
Yeah.
It's one of those interests, isn't it? Where it's like spiders, horror, rock music. It all goes.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, it's like one of them ones. Yeah.
Tanks you see, some of the transfer tanks you see, has always got like a skull in it or something like that. So everybody's their own, really. But
I've got skulls in mine because I love skulls.
yeah.
I've got a big sheep one that I found in Scotland. Sorry.
That's great.
Maybe says 80 stickers are in Claire's pack now. 80. That's awesome. His Axel sticker is in there as well, still, Claire. Saw a Star Wars one, says Bastion. Scott, have a little anchor figurine for one of your spider enclosures. Oh, yes. Perfect. Everybody has skulls. I just like the offensive stuff.
Claire, did Natalie get in touch with you?
I was thinking about having the C word tattooed on the bottom of my back. I ain't even going to lie, just because it's offensive. I'll get that checked out if I were you, Darkhaven. What did Harry say? I missed it. Jeremy, all spiders doing great at the moment. How often do you feed them, though? Steve Thornton Thornton has done a secret My Little Pony themed enclosure. I've seen it with my own eyes. Yeah. What it is I had My Little Pony as a kid, and so did Steve Thornton. So Steve Thornton's doing this enclosure around that box set, which was My Little Pony Abattoir set.
Oh, here he comes. He's coming. Run away. He's going to kill me. Run.
I hope so, because then you might,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people here just trolling him. Oh, it's funny. It's funny what's happening here right now. They're just trolling him. Just trying to kill him.
We used to do this. We used to troll people on Black Ops when we played hardcore. Literally, it was so funny over headsets. Well, this is back in the days where, nobody would survive one of those chat rooms nowadays.
Oh, our time changed.
But yeah, for the better.
Yeah, I remember the Call of Duty trolling. Yeah, that was a bit annoying though. I can remember someone trolling me and they annoyed me a lot.
Alias gave Craig a follow in return. Thanks. I might start making vids on my adventures with my own scorpion and whatever spider I end up setting up. Yeah, do it. Everybody looks at YouTubers and goes, "Oh, it's a YouTuber." No, we just record stuff on a phone and upload it. Anybody can do it. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Get those videos up and have a laugh.
Yeah. We're playing chairs. We're playing musical chairs.
Speaking of scorpions, we have somebody in the background, which I rate when it comes to scorpion information, up there with Tim Baxter.
Take care, Simon.
Evening.
All right.
Hey, Phil.
How's it going?
How are we doing?
Not too bad. How are you all?
Not bad.
You got the fun on, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
You've got to do it. You've got to give it the. All the blokes in the chat now got semis and all the girls are wet.
That was like the Timothy advert, that was.
Sophie.
L'Oreal.
No, don't be a stranger, Sophie. Miss you.
L'Oreal.
How's it going, Phil?
All good. I had an epic box arrive today from Micro Exotics, so look forward to that coming out in a few weeks.
Oh, have you put out the video of what you picked up from the show and all the rest of it yet?
So tomorrow's video is IHS pickups from last weekend, and then there'll be like show footage from Bedford, potential pickups in that, or depending how long the video is, pickups in the one after that, and then.
So Phil, for those of you who don't know, Phil's a zookeeper and he lives in the zoo. As well as that, he goes on a lot of the live streams throughout the week. The lucky bugger gets to attend more shows than any of us. So hence the videos for Phil can be delayed a week or so. But when's that one coming out?
With what? The one from today?
Yeah. Hey, Osman.
Probably in either 2 or 3 weeks' time.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm literally gonna watch the first 30 seconds and then fast forward to the pickups and go, what did you get?
And so, but the day's book that Micro sent me was absolutely epic.
Wow.
Mate, the little box that I bought off them at the Bristol show was like, wow. And that £50 one that you got?
Yep.
That was like, what? What?
Yep. Adam, he blows out the park every time. But he, over the weekend, he had a 20% discount for all Cabaras. Exactly. So I was like, right, which Cabaras to order?
All of them.
What can I afford? And then also ordered a £25 mystery box.
Wow.
That's going to be
a video of all of them.
So it's all filmed. So
that's the only problem with us YouTubers. If we buy something, you ain't going to know about it until the video's out.
Yeah.
You'll get no hint. Anybody else is like, yeah, I bought a feather leg and I bought this and I got that, and we're all like, oh, saving it for the video.
That's the only spider that still scares me. The only spider that still scares me is that the feather leg baboon.
Why?
Because a friend had one.
More problem from a Nando than what I do from one of them.
Yeah, my friend had one years ago. Like, it was all right for him. It tried to launch me. It hated me. So that's the only spider, really. I'm scared.
The only ones that I'm worried about now are the Sabar Blue, because that spent 24 hours just wandering around this room until I found it. White Diversities, because they are like so fast. It's like, wow, they are unreal fast. If you think Featherleg and that are fast, they're nothing compared to White Diversities. And then the Amazonius Germani pair, got to rehouse them yet before I compare them. They have got to be, if not the fastest tarantula species on the planet. They are rapid.
Night, Tash. Take care.
Night, Wolfie. Amy, yeah, White Diversities jump. But surprisingly enough, so do curly-hairs. Curly-hairs can do jumps.
Yeah.
But tarantula, I think we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, tarantulas work off hydraulics, so they've all got the potential to jump. It's whether they feel threatened enough to do it, especially if they're a bigger spider, because if they're a bigger spider, they jump, they can cause themselves damage. So they've got to be in a position where they feel either really comfortable or in that much threat that they need to jump. Hey, Gabrielle.
Yeah,
Jumanji's unreal speed, says Daryl. Yes, mate. Tell me about it.
George.
I've got a Articularia Juventus as well. Yep, roll back. Yeah, Articularia Juventus. That as well.
Is that the M2?
Yeah.
I've got a theorized spud. Yeah, they're good feeders to destroy.
Yes, Mark.
I've got a subaltals Escalciatum if you want it for your giveaway.
What, as well as the £10?
Mm-hmm.
Mark, you're a legend. Yeah. Absolute legend. Thank you, dude.
All right, welcome.
Next week's going to be a little bit epic.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's Jason's famous line, saying it from the films and all that, isn't it?
Mine makes me jump.
When he goes like, kick, sort of thing. I don't know what it is, but something he makes a noise.
Amy says no, 8-inch and it jumps. Alia says, oh, one more thing. I've been thinking that my scorpion enclosure looks a bit dull. What with it just being dirt, leaves, and a bit of bark. Anyone got any ideas on how to colour it up a bit? Moss. I mean, you guys know how much I love moss. Phil loves moss just as much. Every enclosure, any enclosure, if it requires a little bit of water, moss, just chuck moss in, because every invert walks across moss and they pop. They really pop. Yeah. Moss can also hold 8 times its own weight in water, so that slow humidity release, it's perfect. Jeremy, I heard moss.
For Sphagnum's rubbish. Go out, all moss, create some mossy twigs.
I'm gonna argue with that with Phil. If you get sphagnum that's attached to bark, you're all right.
That's the bark different. I mean,
if you get the loose stuff,
the bags.
Oh, the dried stuff. No,
it's not great long term.
If you have to buy sphagnum moss and it says dead, but you fill it with water and it comes alive, leave it alone. You get your moss from out of the woods. As simple as that. Or from Leah, Unusual Pets, because that's where she gets it from and she sells it at the shows. I think she does it online as well now, don't she, Phil? I think she sells it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. She'll send out, yeah.
I like it. So just random moss from the forest outside. You live in the forest, it's easy to hold. As long as it's away from pesticides and that, don't see a problem. I know all the people together.
Go out to find a nice deciduous forest, go out, look around, look at different mosses. If it's really well attached,
and that's where you find Scott, the Sasquatch.
All up nice and easy. Get it from different areas so you're not clearing one big area.
Hey Matt, thanks Matt.
I normally take a little bag, whether it be a bin bag or whatever, and do a bit of a litter pick as well at the same time. So I'm not just taking.
Hey Daniel.
Hi Matt. Hey Antimatters. Hi Antimatters. Hi Daniel.
Away from the beaten path. I can get away from it. Fine.
Yeah, we won't get away from roads, away from where people are.
If it's not public property, public park, you do have to ask the landowner's permission. If you don't, there's a potential for arrest for stealing. I know it sounds bizarre because it's moss. Yeah. And what I'd also suggest is if you can recognise moss, if you can recognise sphagnum, happy days. Just go for sphagnum. If you can recognise common species of button and cushion, grab those as well. But if there's a moss that you don't recognise, for fuck's sake, just leave it, because we have got some really rare stuff with moss in the UK.
Absolutely. Another good spot for moss, if you don't want to do that or you're not sure on doing that, is MK Exotics. They do really good cushion moss.
Phil, what is your favourite species of millipede? Says Isopod Dream. I'd be interested in that one, actually.
At the moment, probably the ones I got from Jeremy at the show at Bedford for the moment, because they're just something else.
Have you heard the African train millipedes, the Gygus, breeding in captivity?
Yeah, I've read them.
I kept them for about 2 years. Gave them to, as you know, there's a little lad that lives up the road who gets in no end of trouble at school, but give him some inverts and he's absolute gold. He had mine. I gave them to him, and they've only, the female passed away and left loads of babies throughout the substrate.
Wow.
Yeah, most people that can't bring it, they either handle them, in which case they won't breed, or they basically just mess around with them too much. Like the trick with a lot of millipedes is set them up and forget about them.
And I spot.
Yep.
Matt's been a channel member for 9 months and says Bedford was a good catch up with awesome people. Let me just say, Matt is one of those awesome people.
Well, set them up, plenty of depth of substrate for the size of them. lots of leaf litter, lots of rotten wood, lichens and stuff, and then just leave them.
Yeah, don't mess around with the enclosures too much. So just leave them to it.
Especially with things like isopods, because you put a load of dry leaves and stuff like that in, it's going to be a long time before they munch their way through all the food.
Yeah.
So you kind of get a really nice species and you never see it because you don't go anywhere near it. And then once it's breeding and you've got a few, you can, but just bear in mind they're not going to hook up for a couple of months after you messing around with them. And it's a problem, especially with some of these new species that are just absolutely stunning. Probably what's in Phil's box actually. It is a problem because you do want to go looking, you do want to go watching.
You do, but and everyone does. You get someone you're not. He's all right, is it? You know.
All the time.
You know, I've lost species because I've overcared and been like, you know, it's all right. And it's just like, no, just leave them to it.
Yeah.
Where's that? I put dreams. Am I one of those awesome people, Scott? Definitely. Everybody is. Anybody in the hobby. Tarantula Rookie says Jeremy, Steve, Scott, and Michael T all get a special love heart for their legend status on some amazing gifts. Like I said to you at the show, Matt, I should have given you that one a long time ago. So I do apologise. I didn't just give him one, I gave him two. And he took it both like a man. Although if you wait for the calendar, Phil can take more.
Yeah, I heard about the calendar. Talking about it the other night, actually, on the live. You're the calendar.
The calendar's being run by Unusual Pets, and a lot of us kind of got like half naked and just went, you know what, let's do it for charity. So Lee will be releasing it for next year. It's a bit of fun. It's a laugh. And some of the photographs on there, and I can't even tell you because you just need to get it. It is absolutely fucking brilliant. Just imagine funny and take it up another level. I wouldn't say it was like, you know, you might have to cover it through the daytime if you've got kids, and then, you know. No, antimatters, you'll never find rubus without woodlice. Should try growing your isopods in a Mimrica rubus ant nest. They have symbiotic relationship and explode in numbers.
To Biscuit, look, Sammy Dodgers.
Scott and Michael, Connor says a huge thanks. Yeah, Connor is more than welcome, dude. Really is.
Guys, Dammy Dodgers.
Jamie, we're talking about inverts, and you get food out, and you got 4 uploads on the screen.
My favourite.
All 4 of us have gone, oh, biscuits, hello. Not Dobby being the skinny one that probably don't care about biscuits, but, you know.
Oh,
yes, isopod dreams. A couple more weeks, dude, then you have some free space again, says Osman.
Yeah, it's only like, 5 weeks away?
I'll bear that one. Definitely.
Is your mum and dad show the week after, Phil?
Yeah, literally the Saturday after.
Yeah.
Night, Abigail. Could everybody just give Abigail a quick?
Good night, Abigail. Take care.
Good night, Abigail. Could say night to Abigail. I'll love you forever and a day. We're going out the night before, right? And I always said, yeah, the enemy is coming out the night before. We're going to get drunk and have a bit of a laugh and all the rest of it. The enemy now thinks she's coming to the show. So the night before, we have to get her that fucking legless that she can't make the show the next day. Because she will literally be, what you buying, what you buying, what you buying, and irritating me all fucking day.
You don't need another one of them. You've got some of them. You don't need no more of them. You've got some of them.
That's what she says every spider. Like Sandra does to Mark. And Phil's like, don't have that problem.
That's the thing, you see. When I was married, I wanted to have spiders. Now I'm on my own. It's like freedom. So there you are.
Antimatters says most ants have a nibble on them. Normally, going back to the isopods, giving up experiments with them now, as it was borderline cruel. We'll chuck a woodlice in to test. They get mobbed 9/11, 9/10, and emergency evacuated again. what's the problem in feeding an isopod, or compared to a dubia or something? It's almost like pre-programmed logic, because you come into the hobby, you feed dubias, so dubias suddenly are disposable. But to throw an isopod in, it's like the end of the world, or a baby stick insect, or something like that. It just seems it's like
where we come from is if they're not eating, if they're not killing it and eating it like straight away, kind of thing. If they're just having a tiny nibble and then going away, maybe you might feel. Isopods are live food.
Phil, have you got Venator?
Yes.
So have I. And they inject their prey stays alive, or they munch them over the period of time.
Yeah, you're giving them for a reason. Like, I have no issue with people feeding,
nope.
isopods to things and stuff. I have no problem. I've done it. I've feed some my, breakers to things, stick insects to things.
Who said? Oh yeah, Daryl said it's because they're cute. He's right, isn't he? He is right.
When I first got into the hobby, the first time I ever went down to buy some roaches, I actually called them Dubai roaches, and they just looked at me going,
We all do. We all do.
Yeah, a lot of people call them Dubai until they get told, well, actually come from Argentina.
every now and again, I'll still spell it Dubai.
Yeah, exactly.
Dubai. We'll get it out in a minute.
Dubai roaches. Sure. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's gone out.
But have you heard of the Scott Sasquatch?
The Scott Sasquatch?
Sasquatch.
Well, you've got one sitting here, and then there's one sitting in a zoo just in the corner there called Phil.
That's right. Yep, he's another one. He's another Sasquatch. 2 Sasquatches we got here.
Abominable snowman. Eliar says, first feed I got for my scorpion was death head roaches. Quickly learned they were far too big for the scorpion. So now I have them in their own enclosure and use crickets for the scorpion instead. Harry says, I'm very bad because I feed my live insects instead of pre-killed.
Feed it live. Just feed it live. They need live.
Yeah, what's the issue?
Chances are they can take pre-killed, but very rarely. They want live.
It's very strange, the whole live and dead thing, because in the UK we can't feed any backboned animals live because under circumstances. So if the animal is ill,
there's no law against it.
You can't feed live fish to fish.
There's no law against it. Technically, it's not against the law. Technically.
So, in this country, we can get a live mouse and chuck it in with a snake.
People do, yes. There's no law against it. You've got to justify, obviously, but technically, like every time people have been taken to court over it, they've always got off because it's got there and it's not actually against the law.
It's just morally wrong.
We just don't do it in the UK, and it's often taught. Like, I thought it was illegal until literally went to a conference, and most of us zookeepers were like, "Well, it's illegal," and then it's not. I'm like, what? Hang on, what?
So that's pretty interesting, actually. But it's frowned upon and not done because we see that nervous system as being pain receptors. But
where people have been they've been done on other grounds, not on the actual live feeding. So there was a guy who was breeding Java sparrows to feed the snakes, of all things. Breed to feed the snakes. After they tried to obviously, get him prosecuted for that. In that thing, he didn't get prosecuted for that, but he got prosecuted for the way he was keeping the sparrows because there was dead sparrows in the cage, and so they had bad welfare in their rearing up, and he got done on that grounds, not on the actual them being fed live to the snake.
Oh, right.
Do you know how with a backboned animal, they have a nervous system. So with a nervous system, I'm more explaining it for everybody else. Phil obviously know all this. With a nervous system, if you can actually physically, with a computer enhanced and imagery and all the rest of it, you can see electrical impulses go up and down in response to pain. But with the inverts, because they haven't got this nervous system, it's assumed that they can't feel pain, so we can feed away. But how the fuck do we know that they can't feel pain? How do we know that they don't feel it with a different system that we don't even know about? Because we're looking for electro current and electric kind of pulses going through a body to demonstrate a nervous system pain receptors. Do you know what I mean? How about if an invert reacts to pain differently or sends the signals differently in a way that we just haven't seen or found out yet? We just
there's at least one lab in the States looking at that, whether tarantulas feel pain.
It's difficult. Matt just said Matthew from Customer Query is such a nice man to talk to.
Absolutely.
Nervous system means the animal gets nervous when you want to use it as feed, clearly. But then again, we feel pain, so everything else must feel pain, so we put our emotions onto everything else. We feel love, so we think feel love. It could be me just literally, figuring out that they should be able to feel pain because I can, who knows? Hey, Jim, invertebrates run from danger, so it's implied they do feel fear and potential pain. Can you remember, Phil, as well? It's similar to this, but can you remember Northern Exotics? And we were talking a long time ago about tarantulas benefiting from UV.
Yep.
Has anybody looked into that any further since? Any studies started? Or
That came up
the only scientific study that's been done is on Hystricales gaius and Gabrathon scorpions. So two fairly fossorial species.
Yeah.
It's been the only study done where they found that levels of cortisol were raised. And it's only kind of the first kind of paper, so there's still a lot of work to go with that. And just a raising cortisol, yes, that means that there's more stress, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Sort of thing, because the way we're sort of looking at it within zoos is like, well, if that means that they're staying down their burrow during daylight hours, if that's natural behavior, you're then encouraging natural behavior. Kind of thing. Something that is potentially coming in that affects zoo. It doesn't affect private keepers. Like none of my spiders up here. Actually, I was about to say none of mine have UV, but potentially my Metallica does. So let me just check.
Yeah, somebody asked me
and Richard from Northern Exotics were on about it like literally 3 years ago, and we're on about trying to set up some sort of simulation where if you had, say, 6 slings and you kept 3 under UV or give them access to UV and 3 kept just how you would normally under LEDs and all the rest of it, and see if that affected growth rate, growth size, and even fertility.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Oh, yeah, it's a good experiment, really. I mean, somebody asked on live.
My adult Metallica has UV. It sits down. It does bask under it.
Yeah.
And so she often sits out. Actually, she'll hide actually when it's dark often and come out when the light comes on and comes out and sits under it. And stuff.
All right.
And stuff. There's no real there's no real scientific evidence at the moment, but something that could be coming in for zoos is that potentially we're going to have to start giving measured UV to all invertebrates.
Yeah, so somebody asked the other night on live if any benefits.
We don't know what levels to give, and that is a bit of an issue. We're literally discussing it the conference, like, what do we all think about this kind of thing? We're like, the way it's been worded in for the legislation, we can't disagree with it, but we're also like, ooh, what are we going by? Kind of thing, like, what levels are we aiming for?
This is interesting. Antimatter said, not sure if spiders diapause, but if it's usually helpful in spring to UV blast ants with some UV after diapause. But maybe the UV lets the ants know that there's something. Maybe that's, I don't know. Jeremy says, in my opinion, an animal such as a tarantula that associates light with being exposed to the elements and predators, that they won't utilise it, but that's just my opinion. Now,
I can see where Jeremy's coming from there, obviously, and they may not necessarily come out and sit out under it. The ones that will work, they've all got UV, and they do. They just sit there about it. It's a Mori, a Polka, not an Mori. Right, it's meant to be a Mori. They turned up and it was an Aratum. You said that got sent as that. And they Rosea, they all sit out and sit on light and stuff. But I think that even down in a burrow, some UV will actually go down into a burrow. Potentially.
Well, it's going to bounce down and reflect off the webbing to a certain point.
Yep. And even like, just say like, you get ones that, say like a Fosaurus, going to say like Achillobrachys, say, might put up it, just a couple, just the tips of its legs out. That's cryptic. That's cryptic.
Achillobrachys does the same thing.
I literally said, Achillobrachys, just it says that could be potentially.
I'm going to carry on calling it electric blue because I can't pronounce a new name for it. Yeah. Osman is looking for some mature males or subadult males. C. Meridionalalis, Polithiaria vittata, P. smithi, P. ornata, Sanderi, OBT DCF Makumi, a Kigmora, which is also another OBT, Botswana, which again is another one, H. Huhanam, C. lividus, a Chiropacapus von Worthy, and an O. blue Cudon.
Yeah, okay, Leah.
He's just wow. Hey, Leah.
You did well there, Scott, pronouncing all them. I'm glad you did it.
Believe me, it's not. It's not a case of or you read it and you can pronounce it. It's a case of has Phil said that before? Yes, right. Wicked. What's Tom Moran? Has Tom Moran done a video on it? How did he say it? Oh. Yeah, right, Dave. As Dave, that's literally what you do, or you go, Phil, send us a voice note on how to say this, or Lewis. Lewis is brilliant. Lewis is brilliant, and Chris can pronounce 90% of the scientific name.
Yeah, glad I'm not the only one that does it.
Big love, Leah.
Come here. What? The kung fu noise. Shit, my Goliath.
Husband said with those males, if anybody's got those, you can collect from the Coventry show. We don't talk about Northern Exotics. Scott knows why, and his friend. Harry, I won't have anything bad said against Northern Exotics because he's a good mate of mine. Pretty much. He doesn't do his reptiles and that anymore because his son moved a long way away. So now he's got his camper van antics on YouTube and TikTok where he's converted a van that he can sleep in. So basically he can travel around and go and see his son. That's the only reason he don't do his reptiles anymore. But Harry, no, I won't have that. I know why you said that. And like I said, if you keep mentioning it, I will mention everything that I've been told about that place and you'll be shocked. Scott, Phil, and Mark are poo, says Leah.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're only little poos out.
Yes.
That's the important question. Max, the important question. How did her photo shoot go today?
Yeah. How did he go, Leah?
Hold on a minute. Don't tell me she's been badgering us and then she's left it till today to do hers.
Did she manage to do it today?
Hey, Scott. Yeah, Scott, give me a big screen quick. I just want to show my guy for Juvie quick. I just want
Hold
to
on,
show
Aaron.
him.
Aaron, Isopod
Yeah?
Dream says he's part Irish. You're full Irish, aren't you?
I'm half Irish and half Welsh.
The missus is Welsh. I'm quarter.
I'm half Irish.
Yeah,
half
on
Welsh.
big screen.
I'm Welsh.
There he is. You see him?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. It's only a Juvie, ain't it? It's only young.
You know what
Sort
you
of
need to
Juvie
do
thing.
after 10 seconds, Aaron?
Huh?
You know what to do after 10 seconds?
They do what?
Put the lid back on.
Live back on.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm watching it. If I had to catch it in my hand, if it kind of
If
jumped out quick,
if
I'll have
that
to catch it.
runs away, right, your nan only knows me, so the next London show she'll be kicking my ass from one side of the car park through the London show and out the other side of the building. And you know it. Mate, we'll be going well in a bit. Me and Terry are going to get steamy in a bit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, it's always pod dreams. Take care.
Night Isopod Dreams. There's a lot you might know. Leah in chat is obviously full Welsh and a partner's. I think he's fully English, isn't he, Terry?
I don't know a lot of Welsh. I don't know like Yakadar.
Yeah, well, they are both Welsh. Ellie's Welsh. The Spider Shop's in Wales, and Wales is just it's a beautiful place, man. Beautiful place.
Beautiful. I used to go there twice a year. Amazing country. Beautiful.
I want to get the wife to agree to move in there, and she kind of has. But with Layla being 13 and doing so well at school, we don't want to pull her out of the school. We want to wait until she's done and got her GCSEs, and then literally, hopefully, move in next door to Leah. That will be perfect.
Good night, Elia.
Night, Elia.
So yeah, Scott.
Yeah, they're both Welsh.
I got
Yes,
that
sir.
spider off of Luke, didn't I? Yeah, from Luke from Spar Spiders. I ordered it.
You
Yeah. I got the Balfour from the London show, and I got the Goliath from his store online.
Every night, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cornwall is a place to be. I live in Cleethorpes.
Hughes says, "Hey from South Africa. Thank you for watching from South Africa. My God, you have got some stunning spiders right on your doorstep."
Night, Leah. Take care. Love you.
Good night, Leah.
No, Leah. Everything in South Africa wants to either bite you, sting you, or kill you.
Cornwall as well is a place to be, says Spider Steve. Yeah, Cornwall's stunning as well. I'm in the Midlands, and the Midlands is just boring. There's literally fuck all. Oh wow! I say that there is some nice spots, but you go down to Cornwall and it's just like hills, and the little lanes and everything else. You go to the Wales, very similar.
Yeah.
To Scotland,
Wales.
it's just like it's the old saying, isn't it? The grass is always greener.
Which podcast it was a podcast with someone living in South Africa, and there's a spider keeper, so it might have been on Trash Collected, maybe it's podcast somebody was just talking about how every now and then he'll just have wild OBTs just walking into his house.
we'd be like, oh my God, and they're going to be like, yeah, we just pick them up and take them back out.
About, like,
hey, zombie.
If he does, he's got to get him out quickly because like
Hey, zombie.
Shaquille says
they can't keep anything that's native or something.
Oh, right.
They might be able to correct me on that one, but so like, they're like, not allowed to have it in my house. It's illegal to have it in my house. But it's one in.
Conrade says yes, we have a lot of spiders. Do you see OBTs, the orange bitey things, orange bastard things, whatever you want to call them, Pteronoculus marinus? Do you see those guys high up in trees as well as being down on the floor and in burrows? Do they actually go up into your house as opposed to just crawling on the floor as well. The reason I ask that is because in the UK we're still very much like, do they, don't they? We always set them up kind of terrestrial with a little room to climb, maybe not enough, but we seem to concentrate a little bit more on anchor points because they web a lot.
Yeah,
and we assume that's what they like to do. You know, in the wild, I think it was Andrew Smith said that he's seen them on like embankments, in holes, and they web up on the outside to protect themselves from ants.
Pretty much put into one that basically webbed up inside under the bark of upper tree as well on that documentary. But
they literally
it
go.
could be like a locality thing that some do, some don't.
I'd love to see them in the wild. I'd love to go and see some spiders in the wild. It'd be amazing.
Go in your back garden.
I ain't got a garden.
I'm currently keeping 2 species of UK spider or weavers because they're just amazing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
expecting
UK or weavers.
Egg sacs about now, to be honest, and then for them to pass away. But you know,
I prefer the American ones. I just like the American or Australian all weavers. I prefer them more because they get a bit more bigger.
You should have seen the ones at the show. The bigger orb weavers have gone up to £30 each at Bugs UK.
Really?
My first, I think they were Trichnothelia originally. The golden orb weavers, or were they Ischnothelia? No, they weren't Ischnothelia. That's the smaller one. But they were 15 quid, sub-adults and adults, and now they seem to be like 30 quid, almost double in price.
Oh, that says the OBT is not in South Africa.
Yeah.
And then says the.
I'll tell you what though, my centipede, he does not like cockroaches. I don't know why. I've left it. I put it in here for like. Yeah.
What you've got to do with the centipede is put the cockroach in, shut the door, and then just leave them in there. They don't always wrap up round straight away. Sometimes the centipede will literally attack it in the substrate.
Well, I'm talking about they might attack it, yeah.
No, the OBT is not in South Africa. I honestly thought it was. I thought it had reached
locality in South Africa.
Hold on, where's Mikumi? Is Mikumi not in South Africa or on the border of?
But I've never been there. So
Spider Shop had Nephilia clavipipes of 15 quid. That's what I like about this hobby. You learn stuff every single day.
Well, I got a chunk of cricket in there. He's straight on it. He wraps all his legs around and just starts eating the cricket.
That's the way forward, then.
Yeah, I think it's
material generally from South Africa, says Osman. Oh, Captain Crapbeard's in. Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Matt was singing your praises earlier. He said, "What an awesome dude you are," by the way. I don't know if Matt's still in chat. It was a couple of minutes ago.
Where we get confused, guys, is that Southern Africa, which obviously is different to South Africa. We're confusing Southern with. That's probably where we get.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm sure, because I was like, I'm sure some of that. So kind of, found in Southern, but obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I seen your video earlier on, Scott. I seen all the crabs there as well at the Bedford show.
I've got crabs here that I bought at the Coventry show last year.
So the Bedford, seen all the crabs down there. I didn't know. Yeah.
No, it was no. From BTS, sorry. It was the vampire crabs and hermit crabs. And we bought some.
That was a nice sized crab that Victoria bought.
It was nice to see Victoria again.
Well,
Well,
said she wasn't going to be buying anything living, any living animals. There happened to be a marine.
Yeah, she got the lobster as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she got yeah.
Let's try and get a doob, yeah. I'll try it. Try to feed one of my pokies. See if he wants to eat. Yeah.
Remember to concentrate more on your feeding than the live stream or your phone. Is all I ask.
I wanted to show. Does anyone want to see him eat?
Yeah, just be exceptionally careful. Is the Coventry show bigger than the Bedford show? I thought Bedford was a bit small compared to the others. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bedford is probably their smallest show, probably.
Sorry?
But I really enjoyed Bedford.
Bedford was good. Coventry's definitely bigger.
Coventry's bigger.
And the queue for food, you can get to your food within about 5-10 minutes, not half an hour. I went over to that queue. I went to the cafe about 4 times, and the queue just seemed to be the same people still stood in it. I was like, yeah, nah. In the end, Paul on Bugnut, he walked up the shop and come back. It took him a total of about 15 minutes, and that was it. I thought if you would have been in the queue for about half an hour.
Yeah, I didn't realise that was sort of going on, Kevin. When I got home, I had knowing the message from various people that had obviously been in the queue, being like, "I'm near the front of the queue for the cafe. Do you need a drink?" Sort of thing. There's best people doing that. I was good for
me being me, I was like, "Oh yeah, I could do with a can of pop." So I was like, "There's got to be vending machines." So I found a vending machine for sweets. Next to it was a can of pop one. I was like, "Yeah, wicked." The fucking thing was turned off.
Oh no!
I said to the receptionist guy, I said, "Is this machine broken or what?" He went, "Oh, we don't do anything with them. It's down to the vendor people themselves." I was like, "Right, well, it's off. Does that mean it's broken? If I switch it on at the wall?" And he went, "You might lose money, you might not." I was like, "Yeah, I'll leave it." Night, Mandy.
Night, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. Take care.
Yeah, I'm just going to get my cockroaches out quick because I want to feed the spider.
Oh.
Yeah, for our show in November, it's literally next door to a Sainsbury's, so everyone can just go to Sainsbury's, get food and drink.
Smashed it.
Right, yeah.
Reptile display. Reptile sales.
That's good.
Yeah, reptile display in hand. Should have face painting, hopefully.
If you're interested in baboons, you might like this, says Osman, and he's just put a link in chat. baboonspideratlas.co.za. It's so ready to kill you, Aaron, says BH.
Did he get it?
I heard it was free lunch for volunteers. Yeah, I heard the same thing, Steve.
No, my mum should probably put it.
Your mum is the queen of the shows, I think. She's such a lovely woman.
So, like I said, like volunteers and traders at the end of the show are like invited to go back to theirs to see their animal collection and have a drink and stuff. Bring your own drinks.
There is there.
Have a night out in the garden.
We'll bring a van, Phil. It's fine.
Might stop over now.
Well, did you see Michael's question?
I did.
I'll set the camera up a minute so we can look at it.
Any Michael, whatever you've got.
Aaron,
Yeah.
At some point on Instagram, we'll have to have a little chat about the setup.
What's wrong with it now?
Nothing too much. Don't worry. Just some little improvements, dude. That's all.
Yeah. There is a hiding place in there. There is bedding. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. There is quite a lot of bed up in there. Yeah, there is a hiding place.
I'll say it. Don't worry too much. Don't worry too much.
Yeah.
Hey, legs.
Hey.
But yeah, we'll just have a little chat over.
I'm going to be buying a new setup. I'm going to buy a proper nice new setup for it.
Steve W said that I heard volunteers get a free tortoise.
Hello.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
I'll switch my camera.
You'll be a bit bigger in a minute, Ben. You found that roach, Aaron?
It's right there on the wood. Oh, it's right there. It's right there on the wood.
Have you put the lid back on?
Yeah. Lid's on. Yeah. So hopefully the cockroach just comes. If it just comes this way, then he can eat it.
It just, Harry, things like that just put me in an awkward position. I'm quite close with Northern Exotics. Do you know what I mean?
Steve, volunteers definitely do not get a free tortoise.
Drama is something I don't need at the moment in my head.
My mum might have around 30
Not quite, Steve.
Give them 21.
Are we getting free tortoises, did Steve say?
Volunteers get free tortoises, which is not happening.
Is that unsettled?
But people going back after the show, we'll get to see around 30 different tortoises.
Who's giving away free tortoises?
No one.
Oh.
Aaron, I'm gonna take you off big screen because I don't.
Okay, that's right, mate. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's hungry at the minute.
If it starts moving, let us know.
Okay, I'll let you know. Yeah, it's right. It's okay, guys. I'll let you know.
For everybody, hey, for everybody in chat, look at Ben, look at me, look back at Ben. Now, don't ever call me Ginger again.
Yeah, prick. This is a ginger beard.
That is a ginger beard.
He's been grumpy. He doesn't want to come out.
All ginger beards are grumpy.
Oh yeah, he's a mummy's boy. He doesn't like me.
We're allowed to take priority.
Hi, Katie.
She's hobbling around the living room at the moment.
Katie, come on camera because Ben's about to crack it.
If she can get over to the camera, she would.
It's got 9 o'clock now, Ben. You can swear at him.
Oh yeah,
you did. Did you see Tim in the video?
What was that?
Tim Baxter.
No, I didn't know.
I'm filming, right, and I'm doing a bit around CFTN, and I come across like that, and he's like this, and I zoom in on him, and with the phone, the mic zooms as well, and he's going, "Oh yes." I've got music playing over it. He was like, "Did you leave that in?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I did."
It's like me at the 11th Spa show. You caught me in the queue, and you get a quick glimpse of me just going.
That's the only problem with the live streams and everything. We're all doing this, and then when it comes to the show, I'm like, "Fuck's sake, gotta edit that bit out." Gotta edit that bit out. Literally, Mark don't do it. Phil don't do it, and Steve don't do it because it's just too polite unless you ask them, you know. But everybody else is just like, as they walk past me, and I'm like, "Fucking hell, come on, put you."
Sorry, I'm just watching Kate feed our new ball python for the first time.
Oh yeah, turn the camera. Let's see it then. Come on, you've not got the bad ankle.
You missed it. Never mind.
Oh,
One sec. How do you turn the camera around?
He's like the ginger at Obi-Wan Kenobi, isn't he? Like, with his hood up.
Here he is.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Actually, we can do.
He's on smaller food than he should be because me being the dickhead that I ordered extra large rats instead of the smaller ones for him. I defrosted one earlier, put it next to him. I was like, that's a bit fucking big. He was nearly half the size of him.
How's the Huggy doing, man?
What was that, Mark?
How's the Huggy doing?
Hey, Nameless.
Oh, it's brilliant. I'm about to feed her, sir.
8 Legs got you all in the video. Just uploaded Scott Phil Mark from Sunday. Awesome.
Awesome.
Presumably dark at the moment.
I got to run away with Camera Lady again. But it was annoying. So she come out from the table, gave me a kiss. I picked her up, and Dave weren't looking. So I legged out this door, and it was a corridor that led to a locked door. Couldn't go nowhere.
Gorgeous.
We managed to convince Camera Lady to get in the photo with me and Dave.
You can get out here a second.
Seen it? Yeah, seen. That was on round 1, wasn't it?
It was on one of them, yeah. She tried not to, and then Dave was like, no, come on. I was like, I've seen you passing the shelf through a window.
She used to shy away from the cameras loads, and then literally, I think it was BTS. Dave's got his t-shirt up when I'm filming, and then slams Camera Lady instead of she just slaps it.
Fucking hoggies are the most retarded snakes on the planet. Excuse my language, sorry.
Yeah, you can't say that then.
Yeah, sorry.
No, difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Aaron, you got your mic off, Aaron.
Hello, yeah. So, hello, yeah. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So I've got an adult female ball python and a male ball python. The male's pied. He's a pied one. But this one is just common. It's common colour one, just common.
If Dave caught you cheating on with Camera Lady, he'd walk in and say, "Hello, guys." He'd be like, "Can you hold the camera while you're?" I want his car. Dave's car is like very nice.
I imagine Dave drives the Jag.
BM.
No,
yeah, he's got, I think, around 4,500 brake horse. I'm like, dude, I sit at like just under 300, and that's quick.
Bloody hell.
If you put stage 1 on it would be.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte. Definitely not late because I was watching the foot. Really, Charlotte? Really? Football? Come on, mate. Football or inverts? Yeah.
Just instant ban from the lives.
Yeah, we need to ban Charlotte from the lives. Somebody mute her for 30 seconds. Something I always wanted to ask you, Dobby, is what's all the pictures in the background? Is that family?
Yeah, that's all my family. Yeah. So when I moved here, like I say, I used to live in Newark on Trent.
Yeah.
So after the marriage split, I moved. Started afresh. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, they all like up as well. It's just something that I put up there. Just fail.
Have you not found a Mrs. Dobby yet?
No, not interested. Tate. I'm enjoying being on my own. I can do what I want.
And where does the nickname come from? Assuming it's a nickname.
Oh, there's a story behind it. What it was, the story behind it. My mates tried getting me out once, and I says, "No, I'm not coming out. And they just said like, said to my missus at the time, says, "What are you doing? Keeping them under the stairs or something?" Like Dobby. And that's it then. The name stuck and everybody started calling me Dobby.
Like I'm Dobby from Harry Potter, the little elf Dobby. He was fun in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, even my mates sock yeah. But yeah. So that's just where the name come from. It just stuck. So I thought, yeah, that's all right, I'll stick with it. I've been called Burr. But yeah, it's all right. Like I say, when I first got into this hobby, Scott, I watched a load of your videos. So
you don't want to watch that shit.
I just did loads and loads and loads of research, loads of reading up people before I got here.
It just made me smile because you were on TikTok and you just mentioned community, and I was like, you need to come over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Come on. How is the TikTok going?
It's all right. I'm over 1,000 followers now, so yeah, it's going all right. It's only young as well. It's same as the YouTube. It's only young. I've only got like 17, 18 subscribers, but it's still young. I mean, so same as a Facebook.
A lot of people saying about that TikTok. That TikTok's getting more. It's actually helping people get recognised more because YouTube's a bit harder for some odd reason. On YouTube, I think it's a little bit harder.
It's more difficult to get subscribers on YouTube for sure. But TikTok nowadays, you go on there and it's Rose. I'm a dickhead. Rose. Yeah. You think?
Yeah. They're doing them challenges, ain't they? They're doing like them NPC challenges where they pretend they're a computer game character. I don't really get it.
It's just all about money instead of what it should be.
A lot of people selling stuff and all in it, selling crap, really. But yeah, it's just a lot of that.
Big accounts that are like had wicked accounts, and then suddenly it's like, buy it now, 99p.
Yeah.
You think?
Commission paid.
They must get something.
Yeah.
You see it at the bottom. You mean commission paid? There's a lot of ads on there and things like that. But
sponsor.
It's only like 2 or 3 weeks old, and it's going all right.
I mean, fair play to them. I mean, do you want to work for 8 hours a day, or do you want to spend half an hour going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no OnlyFans for us blokes, is there?
Yeah.
Apologies to everyone in the chat. I've only just opened up the live chat. Hello.
It's not really my thing. It's not really my thing.
Definitely to get that cash, Scott. You should do it. No, Bastion, I'm not. I think you know me well enough now, dude. It would be, we should do like one of us should go on there and do the same thing, but just be a complete piss take.
Oh yeah.
I could try and do one. I could try and see how it goes.
The thing I like about TikTok is it's so varied in what you can see. So yeah, there is a lot of bullshit on there, and there is a lot of here's my live, give me money, all that kind of crap. But there is some really interesting stuff, like some guy in South Africa or Northern Africa doing a job that you've never ever seen before, and there he is. It's just a little insight into somebody else's life, or the way they work, or the way they cook and stuff like that. I love all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I watched somebody making bricks the other day. It just sucked me in. Just somebody making bricks out of the red clay lump. It just sucked you in. They spend hours on there just flicking through. It's unreal.
Yeah, you're there like this, and then 3 days later, you're like, my eyes hurt. I need some paracetamol.
Are you getting no more?
Go back on TikTok.
Yeah, you're getting no more for too long.
What I do like on there is stuff like, Beard meets food, because then he has to speed his video up, so you get to see it all like twice as fast.
Yeah.
But it's most of it's short clips. So 1 minute you can go watch him Phil with a scorpion or an isopod, and then the next clip is Dobby unboxing a tarantula. The next clip's Mark rehousing the tarantula. Do you know what I mean? I like it for that.
Yeah.
If you've got ADHD or short attention span, it's perfect, isn't it? Because you're literally like,
Yeah, just keep flicking.
I haven't even.
There's only just hit 1,200 followers on TikTok. It's not content. It's 10 seconds.
There is a thing that I find a little bit weird about my channel.
3,000 at the moment. What's Matt on? Because I know Matt's got to be on a good whack, isn't he?
Sure, my
channel's not getting many followers. It's not getting many likes. One of my shorts recently has got what 48 likes. I do know that.
TikTok and YouTube, the algorithms are so weird. If you've got 1 million subscribers, it seems that they push you out everywhere. So if your name's Mr. Beast, you ain't even got to worry because you're going to make YouTube a lot of money. So YouTube will push you out. If you're a channel that's not going to make on YouTube a lot of money, they don't give a fuck. It seems like at the moment. But having said that, it's like me and Mark could do the same short, the same name, the same length, same everything, same tags. Upload them. One will do 1,000 views, and the other one will do like 10 or 20.
Yeah, mad.
It's like why? Why are they both not gone? I don't know. And no music issues on TikTok.
The Pokey just ate it. He ate it, Scott. He didn't eat it when we missed it.
Oh, gutted.
He wasn't interested, and he ate it.
No music license. TikTok. Right.
Hey, Katie.
Do a good on TikTok, and then like try and upload it to like YouTube. Like music license.
I mean, YouTube Shorts happened because of TikTok, and now
Instagram Reels.
A lot. Which ones getting a bit of feedback then? But now, the next step is the little love heart in the bottom right hand corner. You can tap on that, and you can tap the love hearts or the laughing faces, and they come up dead slow on the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if everybody does that,
find the new.
I don't think it. Not that. I don't think it actually does anything. I think it's just, one of them things. And I know on TikTok it's all about tapping and stuff. And
that's right. All about.
You can watch him. Yeah, you can watch him eat for a minute if you wanna. We can just watch him eat.
I mean, some people's phone screens must be like literally like that because the amount of time they're doing this on TikTok. Look at my finger. It was this big once, but TikTok made it this big. Squished it.
Yeah, RSI had the fun.
Yeah. Bastions got TikTok.
Give him a big screen one more time. Just one more time. Big screen one more time. So we can watch him eat for a minute. Watch us poke eat for a bit.
All right, and then we'll have Ben up because he's getting something else out now.
Just showing off the new Dihani.
For like 5 minutes, only for like 5 or a few minutes. Just watch him eat for a bit.
Wow.
She's moving.
I'm going to send the channel member for 6 months and said, this long already. Congrats on 9K, bud. Thank you, Katie.
Here he is.
Can you see it, guys? Yeah? Can you see it moving?
Hey, Jason.
I like what it says underneath yours, Ben. Tired all the time.
Hey, Jason, how you doing, mate?
I've just said Mark as well. Mark's finally got stud muffin. The beard of knowledge. Sorry, Phil.
So guys, what do you think? Do you think the feeding's all right? Scott, yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Scott's just sneezed and knocked his laptop over.
Oh, where did he go?
Oh, he's here.
Oh, his mic not working.
Did you have a good workout, Jason?
Who's mine?
Yeah. Was your mic not working?
Oh, I'm not to light, so I just had to turn it off for a second. Done the sound. Good, thanks, mate. Just back from work, Jim.
So yeah, what do you think? What do you think, guys? Do you think the feeding's going all right?
Bastion says a year ago I was on 5K. Really? Happy days. It's good to hit the numbers, but I don't like dwell on them, if that makes sense.
Scott, do you think it's all right, Scott? The feeding?
Yeah.
It's Adamant's pulsing. The cockroach's Adamant's pulsing a bit. Oh,
I would be if I was in that position. You know?
Probably, yeah. You'd be like, because you're dying, ain't you? You're being eaten.
They don't matter, but they do.
You're going to die.
Oh, nice one, Aaron. All right, let's check out Ben.
Give us 2 seconds. I'm just getting out a red runner.
1, 2.
You're close enough. I got the box open.
Everybody says stuff like that to us. A literal thinker, and I'm like, where are they? It's been 2 seconds. Oh, look at those legs.
Justice Approach.
There's an interesting shaped leaf.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good, Scolopendra. I do like that one with the red legs.
See if I can tongue feed it. Want it?
Oh Jesus!
Look at that, Mark. You know you want one.
No, I don't.
Shudders me right to my core. That does.
Definitely don't want one.
I don't think he wants it.
I don't.
Not you, Mark.
Mark does. Mark definitely needs one.
No, he don't.
No.
He says he doesn't, but he really absolutely loves centipedes.
I'll be getting you one at the show.
Philip Fish says, Aaron, your spider's awesome, very impressive.
That's all right.
Yeah, no one warned me that Dehanis are destructive little bastards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My other one's fine. Not my Dehani, but my other centipede's fine. This one's just a... Now I'm going to remove everything you put in your enclosure.
Nice, Harry.
He spotted my name.
That is Dehani for you.
Ian just said one is an odd number. Mark needs 2 at least.
What I might do is, guys.
I thought you was a mate.
What I might do is, guys. I am gonna try to put some like leaf litter in my centipede enclosure to make it look a little bit more, more stylish, to make it look a bit more better. Do you know what I mean? In a way, that's what I'm gonna do. That's obviously a bit more moss. Is it best for a centipede to have more moss? Would that be the best suggestion?
They like a bit of moss.
Yeah. I do have some moss around here, but I think I'm not sure because sometimes my mum goes through my cupboard and she thinks it's rubbish, she chucks it away. So I've got a funny feeling my mum has chucked it away. So I could have kept that. Could come in handy. Yeah.
KT, is a foot healing?
Well, not really. I had to call the 111
Oh God.
this morning, and they've basically said I might need more support as it could be ligament damage.
Oh bloody hell.
Yeah, so they've referred me to the doctors tomorrow morning.
So you got to see what he says now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not having much luck, are you?
Definitely not. I should have just let the wasp sting me.
Yeah, we've got... A lot of you know everything we've got, and she runs from a wasp. and nearly breaks her leg.
Chris agrees. Wasps.
My sisters are petrified of wasps. My sisters are. They do not like wasps. They run away from them all the time.
Where's Chris anyway?
I
don't know.
He was on my drive. He was on my driveway earlier.
Oh yeah. Scott said he was back from somewhere and he'd probably jump on, but Don't know. I ain't not seen any.
He left mine at what time? Was it?
7.
He left mine at 7.
Yeah.
So.
Do you mean Chris, Susan
We're
Wills?
only an hour away from him.
Do you mean that Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Chris.
Well,
Yeah, Chris
no,
Susan Wills. Yeah.
Not even
Yeah, I
that.
know him,
'Cause
obviously,
he
yeah, I know
messaged me about 7:45. Said he just got home, but he's got to rehouse some mature males.
Yeah.
Really?
The Versity we've just given him. Well, sold him.
Not a mature male.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Was you after one?
Yes.
If you'd have let me know, I'd have. You could have had it. I'd much rather give it to you than Chris.
And then we could have gone. Then we could have dropped it off to Mark, then Phil, then Steve, and we could all sent him like pairing videos.
No, then when the mature male's on its last legs crawling across the floor, then we'll give it him. Yeah. Casey said someone's gonna have to go rob it back from him.
Hey Ben, says Amy, is Katie hiding off camera?
She is, yeah.
I bet she's in a bit of pain still, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she's they think she's either tore the ligaments in her foot, or tendons, whatever it was, and or whatever else. We don't know yet. But she's hobbling around. She's got crutches.
Nice, Steve. Thank you for
Nice,
telling
Steve. Take care, mate.
The problem with ankle though is they tell you to rest it,
Hi,
and then
Alice.
you need to get up and do something, and you're walking on it again.
Yeah.
My centipede. It just doesn't really prefer cockroaches that much. I just think it's got a thing with the crickets. I think it likes crickets more. Do you think? You know,
If it was brought up on crickets, it might have a tendency for them.
Oh no, Bastion.
It might not understand. Well, I suppose if it's night Bastion. I suppose if it's hungry.
Bye, Bastion.
My Aaron, I think it's
Hey,
Trigopanodus.
Strogs.
Will eat nothing but red runners.
Hi, Strogs.
Yeah.
I think it's the speed. I think it prefers the fast moving prey than the dubious.
Because dubies are a bit slower. I think. Yeah, I know what you mean by that, mate. That's because they're too slow.
My centipedes will take Marios. They will take dubias. They will take red runners. They take crickets.
Yeah, the new Dihani take he's a savage, but the Trigonopodus is literally will not eat anything but red runners.
Oh God!
So yeah, that's what I might do. I might feed on red runners and just crickets. Try them ones, you know.
Does that mean you got to keep your legs in the air, Katie? When I point my foot to the floor, it turns purple because of lack of circulation. Come on, Ben, you got to keep your legs up towards the air. Al says, hi Phil, hi Scott, hi Ben, hi Dobby, hi Aaron. Katie says, hey Scott.
Hi.
I can't. I'm on the mend. Hence, now the mental health is turning. You'll notice all sorts of like weird stuff happening, and then we're back to normal again in another week. Watch.
But like I said, I do get. I've got a funny feeling that my Balfour female. I think she's definitely coming into mold. I've got a funny thing because she's been refusing food for a good while now, so it could be mold. I'm just hoping it's going to be a mold.
The way you got to look on it is, Aaron, when you have your Sunday dinner, when you have a big roast dinner, you're full until the next day, aren't you?
Yeah.
A spider has a roach, so she has her version of your Sunday roast dinner, and she's full for a very long time.
I did try to feed her a cockroach one time, but she didn't really bother with it. She just left it. I had to take it back out. It's never really bothered the cockroach as well. Tarantula didn't. But in a way, though, she does seem to go for the crickets more. She will try and go for the crickets a bit more. That's what I realised though with that one. Just prefers crickets.
I think if it works, you're away.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with spiders as well.
You can't tell with spiders at times, can you? You can't tell with them at times. They can just grab it at one point if they want it. They don't want it.
You see,
they just don't want it.
Now Luke will raise his spiderlings. He's probably listening as he's doing feedings, actually, like he always on a Tuesday. He'll feed like maggots and the tiny maggots to the spiderlings because one, it's cheap, and two, they're full of proteins and all sorts. But what I've found is as they get bigger, they prefer mealworms and then Mario worms as opposed to smaller dubia.
Sean got his spider today, Scott.
Ooh.
My dubias are bred. My dubias are actually bred. I've got babies.
Well, for the penny to
I've
drop.
got baby dubias. Same as my snake. Yes, same one. Same one. That one is mine. Exact same as mine. Yeah. That's the exact same as my one, isn't it? Yeah, same as my one. It is, ain't it?
Did you wash the rat's hair in Timothy?
Say pastel. Okay, to say
Oh yeah, I'll speak it.
This is when they take my life from being fully monetized to being part.
My apologies, Scott.
That's all right. We don't honestly. When people say, "Yeah, I'm monetized," and then they realise like they've got to wait about 10 years to actually earn anything from the views.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like I said though, I've got to feed my snake tonight as well. I'm doing it right now. Start defrosting it. I'll start defrosting it. See you in a bit. I'm going to meet with Mark just in
before
case.
Peter jump in the chat, we'll leave that alone.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
How often do you see the snake that size, then, Ben?
Like Tom and Jerry, but different. Yeah, this one catches the mouse.
Should I rephrase that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good going.
Yeah, looking forward to next week's live. Should be a good one.
Having anyone special on it, or
Luke's going to join at about 9 o'clock for a bit.
Another open mic or
giveaway.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So there's like Kevin Beagley is put £100 mystery box in. Luke's put £100 mystery box in, but he's coming on the live, so there might be something we can get him to do. So you're gonna have to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, he'll be putting a post out in the next couple of days as well, so there'll be links and stuff like that on there as well. But in order to be in it to win it with his, it's like I said to him, I said, you can't keep supporting so many of us without us kind of trying to help a little bit back. So you are going to have to be hooked up to one of his social medias as well, be it Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only fair though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, I got another question. Is your name Ben? Is it Ben?
Yes.
Yeah. I have got some red belly piranhas as well. Yeah, they're here.
Okay.
Got red bellies. Look. Got both of them.
Yeah, you definitely get the live demonetize your feed then right now.
He's had them out on the live before.
I'm not going to feed them live. I don't feed them live. I don't really feed my piranhas live anyway. I just feed them on. Sometimes I'll give them a dead rat. Sometimes. Most times I just give them like pellets or certain bits of meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah.
What a lot of people don't realise about piranhas is that they're scavengers by nature. They don't actually eat anything living.
No.
And things like red bellies, studies on them in the wild have found about their stomach contents is normally at least 50% plant material.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Is that stuff like spirulina?
All sorts, like fruits, even nuts and stuff.
Phil, but a school of 100 can strip a cow down to the bone in about 3.2 seconds.
No, they swim the other direction.
I'm just taking a piss.
I know you are.
There is.
Everyone says it happens all the time at work with my piranha, and it's always a thing like, oh, if you put your hand in there, they'll strip it down, and it's like, no, I'll go and hide behind the driftwood.
Mate bought 5 piranhas, and when we went there, it was in like a big, 4x2 back by about 3 tall, open top, just with netting over the top. And he bought the piranhas, bought the setup, and the owner was like so worried about how we're going to do the piranhas. And I was like, what's your problem? He said, they're so fast and this, that, and t'other. My mate's got the net, and I've got my hand in the water going like this, shepherding him towards the net. And the guy was absolutely shitting himself, thinking that I was going to pull my hand out and it would just be bone. I was like, dude, how long have you had these? He said, about 5 years. I said, have you not noticed that they don't act like you think they do?
Yeah. And
just big shiny Sorry?
Yeah.
Piranha. You know Piranha, the 2010 one. And the one going back. The old Piranha film.
This is the
they
point.
Make them look like vicious, horrible creatures, don't they? They make them look like they're scary, vicious animals. They're going to keep killing them.
I'll pull it back round to spiders, right? Because it's still the same.
But
ODT, yes, they will bite you. But fuck me, they're nothing like half the reports and stuff the sellers say, are they?
Nah.
No.
Mine's a big softer.
if it's big and it's ginger and it's nasty and it's going to rip your face off, suddenly you've sold every single one that you've got. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what? Hey, Andy, spiders.
It's right.
It was like one of the,
you know the piranhas from the film.
Yeah.
They're based on the prehistoric. They're actually based on prehistoric piranhas because there was actually a fossil found. They're prehistoric piranhas, yeah.
But still, we don't know enough about prehistoric animals. Full stop. No. For a long time, we thought dinosaurs looked one way, and now they were covered in feathers. Which to me, it's like, how did the scientists not realise that fact? How did they not know? For me, it's like there would have been fossils of feathers next to the dinosaur, and it just doesn't make sense. I'm like, why didn't you know?
There was I think there's some theories of that when like things were first being discovered and dinosaurs first, because dinosaur means terrible lizard. They wanted to still go with that idea of there being these big reptiles, which they weren't.
I mean, stories, isn't it? Sells a newspaper.
That's it. When you go, there's this big, gigantic lizard, and then go, well, actually, they're live in your back garden. That's Barrow over there. That's a dinosaur.
It's always the same though, because people, a newspaper's not going to put on the front heading, zookeeper Phil has managed to breed this certain type of invert. It's absolutely amazing. They're going to put, 33,000 people were stabbed in the UK yesterday, and then everybody buys it to read about that, and you think, why? Big shocking news is always going to sell more.
I can pretty much guarantee probably no mainstream media has reported about a friend of mine who works at another zoo, not that far from me. As I think he's not even back yet, but has been over in French Polynesia, releasing endangered and even extinct in the wild snails into the wild.
Ooh, that is cool.
If you reintroduce the species back to the wild, it's been extinct in the wild for something like 30 years, and he's been part of the team of actually getting them back out into re-establishing the population again.
So we spoke about stuff because I mean, obviously, you're privy to a lot more knowledge and information than I am. But we spoke about going over and let's say increasing the population of Metallica. I remember us talking about needing a biologically sealed room in the area where they're from, and even the cockroaches that you brought in would have to be screened, and then you couldn't add.
In the area they're from, you wouldn't.
How would you go about reintroducing an animal to an area where it's just not there?
So when it's done, when it's in situ, so when it's in the area they're from, you don't need it to be biosecure because all the pathogens there are natural ones.
Yeah,
so it doesn't really matter. These snails have been released. They've been all kept in biosecure rooms within UK and European, possibly even US zoos. I can't remember if the US were part of this release or not. Down to the fact that I know for one of the species, possibly extinct in the wild species, if you had anything to do with any other snails other than the genus, you weren't allowed in the room. I think you wouldn't be allowed in the room. So if you worked with giant African land snails, you wouldn't be allowed in the room. So just to make sure that you don't pass anything onto them because they're that sort of scarce.
Is that if you keep them or work with as well, or work with them in the past?
I know before he was allowed to work, he doesn't work with them anymore. But before I think he got signed off to work with the genus at his old place. He had to stop working and even privately keeping any other snail for I think it was over 2 years before he was allowed in that room.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Wow. A lot of restrictions.
And then to go in, you've got to basically disinfect yourself, put on lab coats and masks and all this at the other.
A lot of restrictions then.
Could you imagine somebody saying, "Look, you can be part of a reintroduction team of this certain spider. We're releasing it back into the wild, but you can't keep any spiders whatsoever for the next 2 years."
Wow. No.
I would be very torn. Very, very torn.
The spider programs are less restrictive.
Well, I'm just kind of making it relatable to anybody that don't keep the snail.
Oh yeah, no. So far the spider programs, I'm not part of any because I don't have the facilities at where I am. They're still restrictive. They've got to be normally in at least a separate room, ideally separate building, but normally at least a separate room, so it's a different airspace to any other arachnids. The spiders, and you've got to wear gloves, and so you're not transferring anything. It's all separate equipment. And this area, and potentially if they're ones that are like for Desertas full spiders, hover engines, they screen the live food before it enters the room to make sure then that they do a batch screening, so they hope that they're not carrying anything.
Wow, that's a lot more to it than what I thought. I do.
So before they go into that room and then they don't come out that room. I've been in some of those rooms, and I've certainly when I've handled one of the world's rarest insects, the Lord Howe Island sick insect.
Wow.
Was thought to be extinct for many, many years.
Yeah.
It was up until it was rediscovered.
Are they breeding them in captivity now for the wild populations, or?
So Melbourne Zoo run that program for the world, and then the only people outside of Australia and have actually even managed to breed them outside of Australia is Bristol.
Right.
Yeah, Phil. Katie's just picked up some tricolours.
Strogs, I can drink coffee anytime.
Tricolour Hognose, Isopod, Scorpion.
Sorry, yeah. Isopods, yeah.
Probably.
So if it's Scorpion, the only Tricolour I can think of off the top of my head is DWA.
Jim's reptile saw a new article on some snakes getting banned in Doncaster. Is anybody else?
What do you say, Dobby?
Like I said though,
Jim's Reptile Jungle. He says, I saw a new article on some snake guy getting banned in Doncaster. What else is this? Right. About it.
I think any of them breeding the spider gene should be hang drawn and quartered.
I want to breed me Balfouri, the curly hair, and the pokey. I'm definitely going to be breeding them.
Let's start with the curly hair.
But yeah, obviously, first off, I'll start with the curly hair first, and then we'll move on gradually to them ones, and start breeding them. Yeah.
Mark, no wonder you always wake until 4 a.m. drinking coffee at this time. Dogs.
Yeah, got the old Costa here.
Got a Costa, yeah, I love it.
Don't worry, Harry.
I love Costa.
Yeah, I get all that, Harry. Don't worry. Trust me, honestly, it's all right.
Yes, me and Tim were talking about those on Sunday. If he breeds them, they're going to fly out the door. They'll just sell themselves. Pretty much name his prices.
I think
especially that's what the others look like. My God, stunning.
Isn't there only 3 people keeping them in the UK at the moment?
Something like that, yeah. It's like
George got that.
It's either 2 or 3. I'm not sure if George. I don't know.
Because the thing, he said 1 or 2 people, and then somebody else was like, "Well, actually, I've got a pair." It's like, fucking hell.
Guess what? My snake's just setting. It just jumped. It just like jumped. It banged on the screen a bit, and it just jumped and wrapped around it.
I am going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. I was actually planning on thinking that it's only going to be a 2-hour stream, but it's been a cool one this evening. I've got to admit, thank you everybody.
Sorry for coming on so late.
And guys, like I said, yeah, I do apologise if I do get a bit I overtalk people at times because it's just what I am. I just get a bit excited. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I do get a bit excited and I do overtalk.
Aaron,
I'm sorry about that.
Aaron,
yeah.
Everybody on screen is about being inclusive. So don't worry, dude. If you weren't doing that, we'd be like, "What's up with Aaron?" We think there was something wrong.
Katie, you ever got a fire skink at the zoo?
Skink.
And my parents have a nice pink tongue skink.
Phil's parents currently have 30 tortoises. They might be reduced down to about 1 or 2 after the.
They were in the region of 30, yeah, something like that.
After Phil's show. Do you want to give that one a quick? Do you want to give that one a shout out, Phil, before we?
Aaron, shall I bring up the poster?
And we'll do the same next week as well when people are here for the giveaway.
Yeah, find it now. This one.
All I'll say is the invert shows are good, but this is Phil's show. Phil's one of us. You know what I mean? You got the sound off on that?
It's just share screen.
Awesome. There we go. Amazing Reptiles presents. I have to feel browsing history come up right about now, Phil.
That's on the other laptop.
Middlehall Halloween Invert Show on the 4th of November, 10 a.m., which is much better start time, till 4 p.m. Jubilee Centre, Recreation Way, Middlehall, Suffolk, IP 287HG. There is a lot of us going to this one. Matt's kindly bought one of the tables, so the YouTubers can literally go there and you can find everybody and all the rest of it, which is pretty damn cool.
Matt Ricky's got a table. Leah and Terry got tables. So I've got a table. My parents got tables. Spar Spiders are going to be there. Jeremy's Wild World will be there. He's got a table. Sea Spiders with the 3D stuff. That's going to be cool, seeing all that stuff.
How far is this show? This Halloween one?
It depends where from. Where from?
Well, I'm from Surrey, aren't I? I'm from Surrey area.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to probably be a good 2.5, maybe 3 hours from you, probably.
Yeah, don't think I'm a bit...
So it's
I might not be able to make it.
Market, so it's above Cambridge.
Probably might be a little further away from me. I probably think I might not be able to make it. Don't think I will. Because if it's in Suffolk, and Suffolk is probably a lot far away from Surrey, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that. Yeah. Oh, so doesn't matter.
Me and Ben will try and get a list of Katie.
So, Albanwell should have, just waiting for confirmation, should have hopefully face painting going on. Reptile display and handling. No reptile sales. Not display and handling it. Should be a raffle, and I believe proceeds will be going to the National Centre for Reptile Welfare. So the aim there as a rehoming centre.
What we need to do is we all need to go, because this show needs to take off and it needs to get bigger and bigger each year.
That's what we hope. Right? It's got to get everything put. Our first ever one on. So it's going to be a slightly smaller show. It's only sort of like 30 tables, but we hope that everyone enjoys it, and obviously we want
it calls for a bigger area next year.
Criticism and stuff, and if it's like, oh well, that we're so good that we need to actually find a bigger venue, and this sort of thing. We need to look, that's only a good thing, sort of thing.
Katie, if Nathan don't go to that one, then I should be able to bring you and Ben.
Sweet. I don't know why she's typing. She sat directly opposite me.
Thank you.
Yeah, the baby's in bed. She didn't want to shout over.
So we're looking forward to it. Waiting for them to give me kind of a final trader list, because we are fully booked of traders. So I can so that we can sort of release that and stuff, and looking forward to it. We're nervous, but we're also looking forward to it.
Nervously excited.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's because getting traders booked, and that's the easy bit. It's trying to make sure people actually turn up to it, and enough people turn up to it, and hopefully buy stuff off the traders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, then I'm gonna shoot. Thanks for having me.
See you later, Ben.
I'll be in the chat until it's probably ended anyway. I'm gonna go lie in bed and have some food.
Don't blame you.
I think I'm going to end the stream back now anyway, to be honest.
Oh, okay, Sam.
Yeah, I need it.
All right.
Going,
Katie says bye, everybody.
Bye, Katie.
See you later, mate. See you later.
See you later, Ben.
To everybody in chat, thank you so much for coming along, and popping in and commenting and all the rest of it. Go over to TikTok, check out Dobby's Tarantula reviews. You guys should all be hooked up to Mark, Phil, and Aaron by now. And if you're not, why not? Is pretty much what I'm going to say.
I do have TikTok, though.
Mark the Spider Guy on YouTube. If you're not following him, please do so. As same with it, Phil, Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. A lot of the shows, Phil's actually got his own table, sat in some beautiful inverts.
Slowly creeping up to the 2000s mark.
And Scott,
Yes,
can I give my TikTok? Yeah, my TikTok a shout out. Can I shout out my TikTok? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah. I'm on TikTok as Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's Tarantulas. It's called Aaron's Tarantulas. Yeah, it's a picture of a Balfouri. That's what's got on there, really. Yeah.
Awesome. Remember, on TikTok, you can see instantly who follows you, so you can follow him straight back as well.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple of your ones where you're doing a bit of a dance because you've just sexed one of your tarantulas and stuff. Yeah, there he is.
No, yeah. No, it's not. No. It's not that. It's when I find out that my tarantula's a female. That's when I'm more excited because I'm just so happy to have a female in my collection. Because if it's a male, it's not good in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because the male's not going to live very long. See what I mean? Yeah.
All right. I'm going to call it a night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody in chat. Again, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Good night.